Glenn Clark Radio, talking about the sports you do and don't know, both within and surrounding Baltimore. Don't ask him about preseason games, oh no, stuff and things in Griffin Basso. Despite it being on the internet, he can call it what he wants, so Glenn Clark Radio, Glenn Clark Radio, Glenn Clark Radio. Duke sucks.
There's always an adjustment period of just learning people, learning how they like to operate, trying to just be the best, player and teammate that I can be every day. And yeah, just getting familiar with the catchers and stuff like that. French has been amazing the whole time. Clem and Plas have been amazing the whole time. So I feel like we've kind of started putting together good game plans and stuff. And just being a little more comfortable, just settling in and not trying to do too much every outing, but just kind of doing our best and staying locked in, making one pitch at a time, I think has been kind of the theme the past couple weeks where it's been really good. So, I think all of us have faith in each other, and we're just trying to keep the ball rolling.
And that was, of course, Shane Boz, courtesy of Masson. Good morning. It is a Wednesday edition of GCR, and the Orioles are back.
You're declaring it?
I don't know what I'm saying just yet. I know that it's more pleasant to win than lose. There's two main stories. The first main story is the Orioles have won baseball games. They've won 4 out of their last 5. Definitively good.
I'm wearing an Orioles t-shirt today, and
Look
I feel
at
good
you.
about
Are you
it.
going to the game?
No. They're not playing today.
Well, they're not going to play right now.
No. Actually, it stopped raining. So.
The game wouldn't be until
It's
tonight.
still drizzling a little.
So this isn't the weather that they would play in. They're going to play
I don't understand.
tonight.
I don't
Yeah,
understand.
and I know
But it's raining right now. So.
right now. I get it. No, I understand. But like the game itself,
Yeah.
they'll do that later.
Okay.
We'll keep working on.
So what do you
this.
want from me? What do you?
I'm here, and you're there. God, that's got to be engagement. But you know what? Griffin pulled one off yesterday.
What happened? It went off?
Went off. We decided we're going to keep going with engagement bait. Now, all he did was share an old clip of Rougned Odor hitting the 13th inning walk-off home run in 2023, the day before.
22. Or 21. Yeah, 22.
Yes, thank you. The day before Adley Rutschman debuted that Jacob Calvin-Meyer had referenced on the show yesterday.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
No text, just video. I will perpetually never understand the internet because somehow it did numbers-ish.
It's kind of like the Orioles being back. It's like,
Yeah.
it kind of worked.
It kind of worked. Like, I'm not trying to be over dramatic about it or bullish, but in comparison to when we were just outright saying this is engagement bait, it did better than that. So I don't know what to do because I didn't like the strategy of no text at all. I didn't like that, but it kind of worked. Kind of. Maybe that's for if we share sports-related clips, like Orioles clips or something like that. Maybe
so
that
you don't
works
think
that way.
what was the thing that the first thing that we did was the John Henderson. So you don't think that would have worked if we just posted that? It wouldn't have. I mean, yeah, because our audience obviously when they see a Rougned Odor clip, they're gonna be like,
Right.
maybe I watched this.
So famously, I was thinking of.
What did you reference just now that you want me to? Pull
It's
up?
I can't remember the name of the guy. It was an old New York. It's a fight between old New York news people that ended up being like Jason Sudeikis did it, and I think Bill Hader as a regular parody on Saturday Night Live. and I don't remember the names of the people involved. But there's this old doddering reporter who's out interviewing someone about an apartment building, and the anchor's like, now wait a second, we need to get some more information here. And the reporter is just like, oh, you want to teach me how to do my job? Like, it becomes a downright fight, and it's a legendary clip that turned into this regular ongoing sketch on Saturday Night Live, and I don't remember the names of any of the parties involved. So you're going to have to figure that out for the sake of engagement today, because that's what I was thinking of when we were doing that. I'm here, you're there. Like, there's this line.
It's not when he's like the older reporter.
It's an older reporter, yes.
He's playing an older reporter.
I don't want the SNL clip. I want the original clip.
Oh, you want the original clip?
The original clip was a real clip. SNL used it
and then made a sketch
to make a recurring sketch out of it. But it was a real news clip where there's an old reporter who's out there, and the anchor in the studio is like, now wait a second, Phil, or whatever the hell his name is. We need some more information here. And the guy's like, oh, you want to tell me how to do my job? I used to do your job. It's wonderful, but I can't remember the names of any of the people involved.
I'm struggling.
You're going to find it. You're going to find it, and it's going to be a banger. 6 people will see it later today.
6,000.
I don't know. We'll see. Yesterday did well. We'll see where it goes.
Manifest it.
All right. The winning is what matters, obviously. Obviously, the winning is what matters, and the Orioles won 4 out of 5, and that's a good thing. And however that happens, that's a very good thing. But the secondary part of it, and maybe even not the secondary part of it, maybe even more so than the actual results, although given where they were, I don't think anything can be more important than winning, because they were in such a mess that they kind of had to start winning no matter how they did it. But the pitching is obviously like the other part of the story. And I don't know how to appropriately react to it, as we discussed yesterday. Do you now declare, there's Shane Baz, man of the match for the second time this season? After that, thank you. That's the appropriate thing to do. Thank you for your service, Shano. He wasn't brilliant, but he was certainly good enough. And if not, a little bit more than that. I mean, I don't love 9 base runners, but he worked 7 innings, and, you'll deal with that. He allowed, obviously, just the 1 run. That's the one. Dick Oliver and Jim Ryan. Oh, God. It's we always find it right when we've moved on to another topic.
That's just how good I am.
Glenn Clark Radio will never move forward. We will forever be bogged
relatively
down
quick. I got it.
by nonsense because I just think of something and then it takes 12 minutes. You can give me, because this is a long clip if I remember correctly.
This is like 45 seconds.
Yeah.
Oh, that's too bad. We should have kept that discussion.
She's back if you want her.
Yes.
She heard you.
Yes.
What'd you like to know?
I would like to know a response to what the gentleman said. The gentleman's a very effective spokesperson for the company, but obviously the people who live there are not satisfied with his explanation.
Right. So what do you want now?
Well, if I have to teach you how to be a reporter, Ollie, I'll do that later.
Why don't you do that later, Jim? I think the lady expressed herself, and you're not here, you're there. Is there any question you'd like me to ask her?
And no, I'll give you lessons on how to become a reporter later
I'll
on.
give you some lessons on how to be an editor, because I was your boss once.
Yeah, you were, and are no longer. How did that happen?
Well, I don't
Here's
know.
Erna Bildemillo.
Hey, good morning, Jim.
That's the best part of it, too, is they just throw to it like the weather lady. She's like nothing happened, like.
Bildemillo.
Hey, good morning, Jim. We are.
Just leave
Hey, everything's great.
and are no longer. How did that happen?
Well, I don't
Here's
know.
Erna Bildemillo.
Hey, good morning, Jim. We are.
Anyway, that was definitely not worth all this setup, the derailing of the show.
Retweet that when we post it
But,
later.
yeah, right. Please, if you don't mind, get us a little bit, because that's. I think of that every time. I'm here. You're there. Now, what do you want? I have to teach you how to be a reporter, Ollie. I'll do that later. Yeah, why don't you do that later? God, it's one of my favorite clips of all time. Anyway, Shane Baz. We were talking about, somehow this has something to do with Shane Baz. Or not. I don't know. Shane Baz. What's the story there? I don't know. Similarly, I don't know. 3 straight quality starts. That is do we call it an effective sample size? There's
So like
Drew.
18 innings.
There's
How many
Drew
total innings?
coming in. Well, I think 2 of them were 7-inning starts. I think there were 20 innings.
Okay.
Over his last 20 innings, Shane Baz has allowed 5 earned runs total. Oh boy! Oh, now he looks like Ollie. Now he looks like a doddering old. He can't sit down on the chair. Needs his potato chips.
Open that up for me.
Nothing is going to allow
Jumping
us
right
to
right
just talk about
right
the. We were trying.
No, we got a
We're
Shane
gonna-
Baz crush now.
We're gonna do. We're gonna do a bit. Gonna talk about the show.
Drew
You know
Drew
he's
doesn't eat for
close to a
days
man
before
bun,
he-
right? That's when he's going to go in the tank.
Hi, Drew.
How are you?
I'm all right. How are
These
you?
are really good.
Nah, they're not.
They're not?
They're really not.
I
They're-
was the same way.
they're
My
okay.
first bite, I was like, oh, I love these.
Yeah, they're
and then I
okay.
ate like 5 of them, and I was like,
Yeah, that's all they are. They're just okay.
A little too buttery.
What's
and-
Brazilian? Yeah, they are buttery. What's
Yeah.
Brazilian style garlic sauce versus?
You're not gonna believe it. I have no idea. I know you think I'm just sneaking off to Brazil to try their garlic sauce, but believe it or not, I haven't.
Was that
done
thing I got the other day legit or spam? The thing about you needing me to give you a recommendation?
I'm gonna guess that was probably spam.
It was?
Yeah, I don't know anything about it, so if I had to guess, probably spam. What was it for? Who wanted a recommendation for me?
You.
Oh no, I definitely didn't ask you for a recommendation,
Dude.
Oh boy, what did you do? Did you give him your
No,
bank
no.
account? Oh God!
I didn't answer.
Oh no, this happened to my grandfather. Now it's happening to Drew. This is not good.
I got an email from you.
I don't think it came from me.
I got an email.
Yeah, you might have gotten an email. I feel like somebody would have let me know. Oh, was it from a third-party website? This happened to me like 3 years ago, where a bunch of people said they got emails from some random website saying that they want, or not that I wanted a recommendation. They wanted.
Gain rep.
Yeah, that was the one. That's a scam.
You're invited to provide feedback on Glenn Clark.
Yeah, that's a scam. You stay
Okay.
away from old gain rep.
Okay.
That's a scam. But I'll let
Your
you know.
input is valuable in supporting Glenn's career development.
I'm not sure.
I'm like, how
I'm not-
much more do I have to do to
Yeah,
help the guy?
Oh, right. Great point. I'm not sure there's any more of that to be done. I'm pretty sure this is the end of Glenn's professional development. I think at this point it's just
So I
coast,
should
coast
unsubscribe.
by till the diabetes takes over.
I'm going to unsubscribe.
Did you subscribe?
No, it says you have been
Oh,
unsubscribed.
yeah, do that.
Oh, from
The email. That's a good idea. Definitely do that.
Unsubscribe.
Actually, now I want to know.
I know who sent this to
No,
you?
no. This happened years ago. I started getting emails from a bunch of people.
I gotta
think
put these away or I'm gonna
I think the same thing happened to me. I got an email from someone in my life that said so and so would like you to, I don't know, write a letter for them, a recommendation of something. And so I clicked the link, and it turned out to be a scam. And then about 1 million people messaged me saying, "Hey, I got this email saying that." Like, they somehow accessed my email address to email out to 1 million people.
All of your contacts.
Yes. It's a hell of a scam, right? Like,
What's the end goal?
I don't know. I don't know.
Get you a new job for-
Yeah, how it works. I have no idea. I have no clue who makes money off of it, if there's a Nigerian prince involved, if I just became the owner of a Coca-Cola. I'm not sure how any of it works, but yeah, it's a scam.
Okay,
Stay
well,
away.
I didn't answer
But let's
it.
do this. I just reached out to you, Drew Forrester, said, "Hey, I'm in the running." I heard, you know what?
You and what's the guy's name from what's the guy's name from
Carolina?
Bill
Rosinski.
from the Golf Channel?
Bill Rosinski not thrilled about the Ravens' response to
Wow,
his.
that was kind of embarrassing.
We could actually have a conversation about it. We could have a real
was kind of
conversation about it. I
embarrassing.
disagree with that. We can talk about it, but let's just say, believe it or not, I'm not going to be getting this job. But let's just say I was in the running for the Ravens.
Well, not without Drew's.
Play-by-play voice. Yeah.
Okay.
right.
Not without Drew's.
And I said, Drew, what's going to really put her over the top is the Ravens want to hear from you,
Okay.
right? Like, obviously, we worked together for years. So now, did we get some mood music for this, for Drew's recommendation letter?
All right.
Yeah. So now I need you to get on a call with Bill Raven, who's, of course, obviously the man that's doing the interviews for the
Okay.
Ravens job, and explain to them your experiences with Glenn Clark
It sounds like something somebody else would do.
and why Glenn Clark, in your mind, would be a fit for that job.
Okay.
All right, are you prepared to do this?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Griffin, are we prepared?
Almost.
Nailed it.
Got to sit through 2 ads, of course. 2 unskippable ads.
Why don't you guys get an ad-free thing?
That would, as you could tell, we're raking in the money. Didn't you get that most recent raise that we offered?
I did.
I mean, we doubled your salary.
I also
I
don't
got
know if these
chips.
are going to be,
right?
licensed music or.
It doesn't matter.
Is this right?
We'll go with it. I don't know. Go ahead.
Oh, is he on the phone? Hey, Bill.
Yeah. Hey, it's Bill Raven here. Who are speaking?
Billy,
with?
what's up? It's old Drew Dog.
Hey, Drew. Glenn Clark. You know him, right?
I do.
Yeah, we were talking to him and Jerry Coleman. I think they were the finalists for the play-by-play job that's currently open. To replace Jerry
Boy, you got 2
Sandusky.
winners there.
Yeah, right. So we know you've got some background with them. Just wondering in general if you could pass along just some things that we should know about Glenn and whether or not he might be a fit for this gig.
Yeah, probably not.
Huh.
I mean, I don't want to sway you. I don't want to.
Huh.
I don't want.
That's
I
odd.
don't want to guide you the wrong way.
Any specific reason?
Yeah, he got a lot of personality flaws,
Well, you have any examples?
and he doesn't really know football.
Now, wait a second. He's been talking about football for years.
And I'm talking about Jerry.
Oh, no, we were asking about Glenn.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
sorry, I got mixed up. I thought you were talking about Coleman.
Yeah.
Glenn's pretty much the same thing, but better.
Any personal experiences you had with Glenn that might be relevant to
I had one
our
once. He's
search?
been to Providence before.
Oh,
Yeah,
well, I'm not sure how that's related to being the
and
play-by-play
Charlotte.
voice.
You know, he's been to Charlotte once.
So is Bill Rosinski.
Yeah, right. Oh, right. I heard you guys canned him too.
But what would those? What should we know about those experiences that you had with Glenn that might be relevant?
Well, back in those days, a guy could put the booze away.
now what?
He's
told
kind
us-
of booze
He
free.
told us he doesn't really drink.
Yeah, booze free now. His wife put the clamps on it, but
Is that what happened? What is playing in the background? What in the world is playing in the
it
background?
sounds like
of this
something from like the
music?
Clockwork Orange.
But anything relevant about those experiences that we should be aware of, Drew?
Not really.
No?
No.
Well, this isn't really a very forthcoming.
Who is going to get this? You know,
I have no idea who's going to get the job. No clue.
Bill Rosinski would have been good. But again, he doesn't fit the
Yeah,
profile of what
that's-
they're looking
That's
for.
kind of the issue. Like, this is the part he's mad about. So that Bill Rosinski wanted to be the play-by-play voice of the Ravens. Bill's what, 70? Hang on a second. Let me make sure I'm not speaking. out
Might
of
be
turn.
my age.
Bill Rosinski's 73 years old.
Oh, he is? Okay.
Yes. Now, Bill's got a lot of experience, an unbelievable amount of
It was
experience.
great on the radio for golf.
Outstanding. He's done college football. He's been with ESPN. He was the Panthers.
But they're not hiring a
play-by-play voice.
73-year-old.
But more than likely. Now, they
They're-
can't just say that
Yeah,
because
correct.
that alone would be age discrimination.
Right.
But they're looking.
But we can say it.
They're looking clearly for someone who has more of a social presence.
Well, if they're looking for a homer, they should get the guy that's doing the Oriole games.
Which one?
The fairly new guy.
Ben? What's your
Yeah.
beef with Ben?
Dude is a total homer.
What makes him a homer?
I mean, yeah,
Clearly, he roots
Just-
for the team that he's calling the games
Just
for.
the over-the-top glee.
What, you want him to be angry when Colton Cowser hits a home
No.
run?
It's not even about that. I understand that one.
What do you want? Hang on.
I just
Don't. We got to stay on one
this
topic right now.
homerism, it drives me nuts, man.
What do you mean homerism? What are you trying to say?
Homer?
How so?
I mean, I guess that
Over the
when
top.
they're
You
9
just
games
keep
under
saying the
500.
same. Wait a second. You just keep saying the same buzzwords now.
Yeah, but that's what it is.
You're not actually explaining yourself in any way. You
You
sound
know
as bad as
exactly-
you sounded on your call with Bill Raven.
You know exactly
You're
what
not
it is.
offering anything.
Well,
How
it's
is he a
true to
homer?
form.
Yeah.
It just, it's just always every run, everything they do, it sounds like Game 7 of the World Series. Everything they do.
I don't know if that's homerism.
Oh,
I
it
think that's-
totally is.
Somebody would say that about Gus Johnson. Someone would say that he's
Pretty good.
I don't know. Everything that happens with the Orioles, this guy makes it sound like Game 7. Like, now, and again, maybe the Angeloses aren't even involved anymore, but that's probably what
No,
it
you're
used to be
right,
like in the
they're
old
not.
days. But I just don't like it. I just don't like it.
This is a segment called "Old Man Yells at
I know.
Cloud."
That's fine. I don't care. I
Imagine
couldn't
having
care less.
beef with the Orioles
But
announcers.
the Ravens
right
ought to
now.
just hire him because he makes everything sound like a Super Bowl.
What else do you hate?
Oh, gosh.
What else do you? Hang on. Go back to Bill Rosinski for a second. We're going to try to talk about something.
I
this
hate the
morning.
fact that
I don't know
Vegas
if we're gonna-
Colorado series is over.
Yeah, why? Because you won. How much money did you
No,
lose?
I just hate that. I don't like 4-game sweeps.
Okay. Bill Rosinski, 73. He gets this email and he posts it online. Thank you for your interest in play-by-play
that's kinda
announcer
not
and
cool.
voice the Ravens' opportunity with the Baltimore Ravens. At this time, we've decided to pursue other candidates whose background and experience are more closely aligned with the requirements of the
Right.
position.
So that's terrible.
Now, that's the part that he's trying to dunk on, which
Right,
is,
sure,
well,
sure,
I
sure.
couldn't be more qualified for the job.
Right.
But the Ravens, if I'm defending them, and I don't know who they're going to hire. They might make a slam dunk hire. They might make a hire that we all roll our eyes at. I couldn't possibly tell you. What I have no doubt the Ravens.
They'll bring in Al Michaels. Yeah.
That would be a pretty good hire. Maybe it'll be Griffin. Who knows? The Ravens, what they can't say there is you're not social media inclined.
You're not cool.
You're not. I don't even know if cool's the word.
Right.
Because I'm not sure the person they're going to hire is cool. But it's going to be someone most likely that fits the moment of what they're looking for in a personality, a half spokesperson for the Baltimore Ravens. That's what they want. And that's what they're trying to say there. So I get Bill Rosinski. It's no sweat off his ass, right? He's 73. It's like Drew coming in here and just saying, everybody's a homer. I mean, he can say whatever he wants and then just say, I'm 60. What the hell? What do you want from me? Bill Rosinski doesn't care.
I don't know that he should have put that up on the
He
internet.
absolutely shouldn't have put it up on the internet.
that wasn't cool.
Like, not that he's likely to get any other team's play-by-play job at this point in his career.
Right.
But there's no doubt that none of them are going to be thrilled with the fact that he did that. Like, they're not going to be happy about it. Would Bill Rosinski have been a good choice to be just the radio play-by-play voice of the Ravens? If that's all the job entailed, was just showing up, calling the games on the radio, I think Bill Rosinski would do an excellent job of that.
Right.
But clearly, that's not just what they're looking for. They're looking for something else. That's a part of this job. And so I kind of get where they're coming from, that maybe Bill Rosinski isn't the guy. It's also possible that they chose the guy when Jerry told
Right.
them
And I would
that
also-
this whole search is kind of a sham. Like, that
Right.
it doesn't matter.
I guess I would also say in his case, and maybe I have no idea if they got 24 resumes or 150.
Oh, I'm going to guess that number's larger than 150.
Oh, it is?
Oh, my God.
Okay.
There's only 32 of these. Everyone in broadcasting sends in for something like this.
Okay, gotcha. No, I didn't know that.
Unless
Okay.
you work at Fox or CBS or...
Well, they could have done a better job of they could have done a better job of not interviewing him and not sending
If
out
your
a
suggestion
sending
is
out a
they should send
a
something
template.
more personal.
Yes.
Bill Rosinski is a
Yes.
respected broadcaster.
Yes.
He deserved
It's
more than
April.
just a
It's
group
May.
email. Right.
You're no disrespect to whoever it is over there that was in charge of this. It's May. You're not swamped. Take 4 hours and send out. And if you want to create a mock template and then fill in the name and fill in certain things so they all don't look the same, that's fine. But you can't just send
the
that
form
out.
email is what you have a
That's-
problem with.
That's embarrassing. It's Bush League. That's
I don't know. I don't know that I agree with that.
Well,
Like,
you don't have to.
but
You can be wrong too.
No. I mean, wait a second.
But it's-
I think
it's-
everything about until you got the Bush League, I was probably okay with, right? Like, we killed Matt Venzel once upon a time over using the words Bush League to describe Bush
This
League.
is Bush League.
This isn't.
This
Bush
is junior
League.
varsity.
This is not necessary. This is you could do more, but it's not.
What did we get mad at Matt Venzel
Do you
about?
remember this? I think we got a
No.
week out of this. I think we got a week out.
You
of
got a
this.
great memory. I can remember Powder
Matt
Cole. He
Venzel,
scored.
who wrote for the Baltimore Sun, and I'm not even sure what his job was. Like, I don't know what because he wasn't. I don't think a beat writer.
Okay.
I think he was supposed to be like half a columnist. Like they hired him because they were looking for like a young, get people's attention type of writer. And Matt Venzel, going into the playoffs one year, wrote that Joe Flacco had been Bush League in his previous playoff appearances. And we turned it into a week of content, not about whoever the Ravens were playing, Tennessee or whoever the hell they were playing that week. Not about...
Didn't we have him on the air?
I think we tried and he wouldn't do it. If I
Oh,
remember
okay.
correctly. I think he would not come on with us.
Gotcha.
And then he wrote a column essentially saying we were right, but then still being mad at us.
Gotcha.
Like, maybe I shouldn't have said that he was Bush League. Maybe that was too
Well,
far.
this was Bush League.
Which was the point of
the
what
letter is Bush
No,
League.
no, it's not Bush League. I know what you're trying to say, but now you're guilty of doing the thing that other people do. Like, words have meaning. It's not Bush League.
It is.
No.
To send out a...
You can say they can do better. 100% they can do better.
You were very sensitive.
I'm not sensitive. You did this. You were this guy. You, for a week, fought a guy because he...
But it was Bush League.
It wasn't.
Matt Venzel was Bush League.
Well, he might have been Bush League.
This is Bush League.
You fought him because he said Joe Flacco
That's
was Bush
correct.
League.
It would be like you saying Springsteen's Bush League.
Well, I don't know.
This is Bush
I
League.
haven't seen him recently.
Sending out this template email is a
God.
junior varsity move.
What else you got?
It just is.
What are we doing here?
I know your resume's in there too, but
it's not. Believe it or not, I didn't bother to go through the motions on this one. It might be the only job that in this business, everybody says you got to put in for every job. Your name has to be in the mix for every job.
Sure.
Didn't even bother. Did not even bother on this one.
I didn't either.
Apparently, they need a public address announcer too. I don't know what happened to was the guy that was the old Navy guy that they hired to replace Bruce. I don't know what's going on there, but yeah, they got.
Maybe Bruce could come back.
Remember Bruce at the end.
Yeah, Bruce
at the end was. It was a struggle.
Yeah, Bruce. Something happened to Bruce.
Remember, didn't he? Who did he say was Kyle
Bowler?
Kyle Bowler. But was it Joe?
I think so.
He said
Bowler hadn't been around for like 6 years.
Oh, for a long time.
Right. Like, where did that come from?
He said, pass from Bowler incomplete.
Where did that come from?
And to Bruce's credit, that's when he said, he walked into Kevin Byrne and said,
That's enough.
That's enough.
Well, he was getting clobbered on the internet.
I'm good.
He was getting clobbered on the internet, and he goes, you know what?
I'm good.
These people are right.
Yeah.
I am Bush League.
And I give Bruce a lot of credit for that, man. Because if I was in his shoes, I'd want to, give the middle finger back to everybody. Like,
right.
I would be the.
Well, I'd do it on purpose.
I used to be your editor.
But I would start doing it on purpose.
Right.
Every game, I'd slip one in.
Bowler, right?
Or anybody.
They're
Gerback.
going to have to fire me.
Dilfer.
I'm the PA announcer for the Baltimore Ravens.
Right.
You're going to show me some respect.
Right. 28-yard reception by Torrey Smith. Ravens first down. I'd throw one in
call them the Browns.
so that people would be like, did that jackass just say Torrey Smith?
Hasn't been on the team in a decade.
I would totally do that. I would totally do it.
Bruce just said, "Nah, I'm good."
Remember, I told you that story one time. We were flying from, we were going from Kansas City. I don't remember where we were going. It doesn't even matter. But I know we were flying out of Kansas City. And we had played the night before, and I had the Kansas City Star newspaper, and I'm reading the story from the game from the night before, blast comments, and I'm reading it, and then I see this headline. It says like high school sports, and it said Malone scores 33, comma, Clarkville tops, Smithburg, right, whatever,
yeah.
right. I'm like, oh. Damn, this kid scored 34 points in a 49-41 game. That's pretty good. And I start reading the story, and it says Sam Malone scored 34 points last night and added 10 rebounds as Clarkville defeated Smithburg 49-41 in AAA high school action. Cliff, whatever the guy's name was.
Oh, it was just all cheers.
It was all
cheers.
cheers. Somebody called in.
Just a fake.
Somebody
right?
called in and
That's how
said,
this used to work.
Hey,
right.
Clark. Hey, you would be like, yeah, Glenn Clark here.
Yeah, I'm over at the Smithfield Clarksburg game.
Calling in a score, and the kid and the kid at the desk said, "Go ahead and give me the details."
He's like, well, Norm had a huge.
And
game.
the dude listed all the Cheers actors,
That's
and
great.
it totally got the newspaper.
That's great. That's really good. Well done.
And I would do that at the football games.
Well, yeah,
I would totally
just
do
slip
that.
in.
Right. Catch by Pitta, 16 yards. Ravens first down. Just to see if people would say,
Did he say?
Did that guy say Pitta?
Did he say Pitta?
And then you can go, I
don't
say
know what you're
Pitta.
talking
What the hell
about.
are you talking
And
about?
they play the audio for you, and you're like, "That's not me. That's AI." That's if I was Bruce, I would 100% say that's
no doubt.
That's just AI.
No doubt.
You guys just made that up
man.
out of AI. But he said, "Nah, I'm good. I'll hang it up." All right. Well, we've done all that. Do you have anything to say about the Orioles?
No, I mean, hey, this is
Why would anybody listen to this?
This is starting.
How did we do this for people like this?
This is starting to look like might be
no
a
other
little bit
options,
of a turnaround.
Though. What are you gonna do? Go over and listen to
Might be a turnaround
Steve
happening.
Davis?
Don't call it a comeback.
Do you? Okay, that's the hot button question this week is: are they back?
Well, if this is what we said when they were wallowing in their own misery. If the starting pitching that they're getting now continues, then they're going to have a puncher's chance of winning every other game, right? Their offense is no good, but the pitching's been so good that they've been able to overcome that. Now their offense percolated the other day, although remember it was only 2-2 after 9 innings, and then they went hog wild in the extra innings. But if they're getting this kind of starting pitching, then they don't have to score 6 or 7 runs.
Well, and that's sort of the story. The story to me and the answer to the question, are the Orioles back, is entirely based on is this legit what we're seeing from Shane Baz over those last 3 starts? Or we look back and say, remember then when
and Bradish. Bradish has been good too.
Bradish, that one I'm putting in the
Bradish has been
I'm not
good.
even debating that
Bradish
anymore.
has been good.
I'm saying to me,
and Brandon Young's been good.
Brandon Young has this. I'm separating Bradish. Bradish to me, I'm saying is a known. He had to be better than the way the season started.
Okay.
There's too much of a track record with Kyle Bradish being good. I believe this was always the Kyle Bradish that you were going to get. The other two, to me, don't have that type of track record. So it's still, I'm reluctant to fully buy in on Shane Baz has found something. The underlying metrics are not favorable to Brandon Young being able to continue this. The underlying metrics would suggest that this is not even quite as fool's gold as, like Trevor Rogers was a year ago. I'm not there yet with either one of those two. I think Baz has been better. I think Baz's stuff has been...
Well, and I wrote this morning. You do have to at least semi-acknowledge he has faced the Rays twice.
Correct.
And he's got a hard... you know what, for them.
Mm-hmm.
So you do have to at least admit that, right? Yeah, I mean...
Yeah, but I
want to see him do it against somebody other than Tampa Bay.
On the flip side, the argument would be...
Tampa's been like the
they're
best team in baseball.
They're the best team in the American League.
Well, I don't know how, based on what you've seen.
Yeah, I mean, their defense has been an abominable.
You talk about Bush League.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, my gosh. How about last night?
What the hell is that?
When the dumbass didn't touch second base.
Just stood there straddling second base. Like, you just call it out, right? It happened to Palacios earlier in the game where he was just sort of like near. After Palacios never actually picked up the ball, but legitimately was hoping that they would just call the guy out.
Oh, you mean on the ball, the early in the game?
It should have been the double play.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Like that.
Oh, they're terrible.
He was frustrated, but at
How
least they
about
were
the
still
other day
going to get out
when they
second base.
overthrew the ball at third base and the guy backing up wasn't paying attention? The
Right,
ball
the
went
ball
by
got in the camera
the ball
roll.
went by
Yeah,
him.
Correct.
And you're backing it up and you don't catch it.
He's there. Didn't make the play. Yeah, it is wild, Jack.
Their defense is
wild
awful.
How bad their defense has been.
It's hilarious.
I have no idea what to make of it. And yes, you could argue in a weird way the Orioles weren't really good offensively last night other than one swing, which happened to be Samuel Basayo sat on something on 3-0 and he got it and he delivered.
Well, that guy, a couple of things. First of all, I had no idea Kimbrel was even on the team. Second of all, the dude that gave up the homer last night to Basillo, he got up to warm up in that game the other day. And the caption on TV said, hasn't pitched in 15 days.
What could go wrong?
And they brought someone else in ahead of him.
Yeah, right.
They're like, it was the Skoltons or Schultons or whatever his name is.
Yep.
So they said to the dude, and he was kind of standing out there in the bullpen looking forlorn like, hey, Skip.
Gonna give me a shot? Or?
Hey, Skip, what about me? And Kevin Cash has said, you know what? We're good. So when he brought him in last night and he came walking out, I swear, they showed his face, and you could just see in his face, like, the guy saying, I know chaos is about to occur here.
There's nothing I'm going to be
and
able to
there's not a thing I can do about it.
Yeah, it's probably
and then
right.
on that pitch that Basillo hit into those bleachers, they showed Kevin Cash, and Kevin Cash was almost gave him the Alonzo Mourning. Like,
yeah, we kind of knew what was going to happen here.
no doubt. And then they brought freaking Kimbrel in. I had no idea he was even on the team.
He signed yesterday.
Well,
yeah.
he had the Baz thing. He's got the hard one for the Orioles. So.
Oh, man.
Who else did they pick up last night? Another former Oriole that they added to him.
Oh, was that his first day yesterday?
Yeah, that was his first day on the job. Yeah.
Well, that makes sense then.
First day on the job.
Okay.
Yesterday.
Who else did they get?
A former Oriole?
They did. They added another.
How on
former
earth
Oriole
could
last
you
night.
sign Craig Kimbrel? Like, why wouldn't you
well,
just
I guess
sign?
because they played 13 innings the day before, and they're
I
like,
guess,
we
but I mean,
need
why wouldn't
somebody,
you-
but-
Austin Slater.
Oh, they signed him?
agreed to a minor league deal with the Rays.
Yeah, once you get into big leagues, man, you're pretty much there forever.
They just
I mean,
sort of
it
keep
doesn't-
rotating. Yeah.
Like Kenley Jansen is a pretty good example of this.
Well,
How many?
Kenley Jansen was Austin Slater. To be
okay.
fair, Craig Kimbrel and Kenley Jansen were actual baseball
But-
players.
but Kenley-
Austin Slater was never a baseball.
But how many
player.
teams has
the Orioles to the
Kenley?
playoffs.
I don't even know the answer to this. How many teams has Kenley Jansen had in the last 4 seasons? 4?
Probably. Yeah. Yeah. I don't remember who they all were either. But yeah, you're probably
he was
right.
in
It was the Atlanta. Yeah, I was thinking Atlanta.
Anaheim. No.
Definitely,
Yeah, Anaheim.
definitely the Dodgers.
Well, obviously the Dodgers.
Right.
We know that he was a Dodger. Wasn't he a Red Sox?
Boston?
for a minute?
Yeah, it might be like 5 or 6.
What? So
right, hang on a
so here's what I don't understand about. This is what I don't understand about baseball.
Mhm.
And
Kenley Jansen is now
on his 8th team.
since 2021. If
Okay.
we went that far, because if we only did it
Okay.
over,
We'll
if we
go
only
5
did
years.
it for 4 years. If we did it since 2022, it'd be 4 teams. But if we go back to 2021, in 5 years, he's been on 5 teams.
Okay. So
The Angels were
go through those real quick. So in 2021, who was he with?
He was still with the Dodgers.
Okay,
That was his
and he
final
was
season
good
in
with the
LA.
Dodgers.
Of course, yeah.
It was he was at the end of his peak Hall of Fame-ish kind of run. Then where'd he go?
Braves.
Went to the Braves for a season.
Yep.
What were his numbers?
I don't have those. What
Oh,
are
I thought
doing
you were
here?
looking at his
I was just looking
stats.
at where he was.
Oh,
man.
gotcha.
Why do
Well,
you care
pull
so
his
much
stats.
about
Pull up his
Kenley Jansen?
stats.
He was
I'm
good
going to
in
make a
Atlanta.
point.
I
You
know,
want to
I
talk
think he was
sports?
I think
Pitched
similar.
to-
Yeah. Similar
No,
to
I want to
Kimbrel.
talk about actual sports. I'm going to talk about what Kenley Jansen's ERA
going.
was.
We gotta decide
in
if he's a Hall of Famer.
2022.
No, he's a Hall of
Not a
Famer. Keep
Hall
going.
of Famer.
Keep going.
Not. Boston for 2 years after that.
And what were his numbers?
It's
made-
still pretty decent, actually.
He made 41 saves, led the league with 41 saves.
Yeah, he never
in
had a
Atlanta.
whip higher than his highest whip of that was 127. He's actually been really
That's
good.
That's okay.
Truth be told.
Where was he last year? Tigers?
L.A. The Angels.
Angels.
Yeah.
Okay. And he was
now-
terrible?
Now with
He was an
Tigers.
all-star in 2020.
But
He
these-
was not terrible last year. He had a 0.9 whip.
How
and
old is this guy?
2.59
60?
ERA. He is
41?
Kenley Jansen. No, not even. He is 38.
Yeah, he's 41.
So he'll be an Oriole next year. Or before the end of the year.
Probably right. Probably.
I
Right.
just don't understand how they keep.
Why are you this worked up about Kenley Jansen?
Because I had the freaking
Yeah,
Rays
all
in
right,
the
there you
over.
go. Well, you'd have the Rays. He plays with the Tigers.
Or Tigers.
Yeah.
Whatever it was.
Well, if you had the over, that would have been helpful.
Now he's with
but
the Tigers.
Yeah, because it was still only 8 runs. It was probably 8.5.
yeah, might have been that. Might have been.
Needed
that.
to be a grand slam from.
Guy
So-
stinks.
so the
and they
Orioles-
lost again last night.
They-
Tigers.
Did they?
To the Angels.
They're not very good.
Oh, they gave up a grand slam in the
They're
ninth,
not- they're not
eighth
very
inning.
good. They're not very good.
Who, the Tigers?
Yeah.
They're terrible.
Did you see the guy from the Twins?
They're
get-
terrible.
He was thrown out from right field, and he was still basically on third base. And they had the ghost runner, and they got a base hit. I think the Twins ended up winning against the White Sox anyway.
Yes.
But in the 10th inning, they had a base hit with the ghost runner on second. I don't remember the name of the right fielder. He's Japanese, but he's not not
Murakami.
Not Murakami. It's the other guy whose name escapes me. He throws in, and the guy, I swear to God, is still halfway between third base and home plate when the throw gets home. It's one of the most egregious, what are you doing here's I've ever seen in my life. And I don't know if there were 2 outs. If there were 2 outs, maybe I get it. But there might have just been 1 out, in which case it's maybe the worst send in the history of baseball. It was awful.
What night was it when Gunnar ran all the way to the third base? That was when
Monday.
Cowser slid home.
Yeah.
Yes.
And Gunnar ran all the way
It's
to
like,
third
yeah,
base.
I mean, nobody's told me to stop.
Right.
I'm just going to keep going. Then they were like, well, we think we said to stop. Did you? Or did? I'm
Yeah,
not
that
sure if
was-
that's
Right.
true.
That was a hell of a play by everybody involved.
Was it?
That was a great play. That Aranda
the
throw home,
Yeah.
the snag, the throw
slide,
home, the
right.
slide. Oh, it was amazing.
Yeah.
That was an awesome play.
And then actually getting
sound like the TV guy now.
actually getting the replay right instead of just saying, well, it's close.
I don't know, man.
so-
I feel like they've been getting the replays right. I feel like I've
know. There've
changed
been
my tune too a little bit
There
on
have been
the.
an awful lot of in recent years, an awful lot of it's close. So is that the one from last night?
Yeah.
Watch this. This is the 10th inning. Oh, there's 2 outs. All right, there were 2 outs. So It's not as egregious as I thought it was. 2 outs, you got to try to score the run. I do get it, but he came up just a little bit short. Watch this.
Field, Nishida, he's going to come up throwing, they're going to test him again.
He's not even in the picture. Not even in the picture.
That was a hell of a throw.
Go back for a second.
That was a hell of a throw.
When the ball arrives, there's no runner.
Okay, but that was a hell of a throw.
It was a great throw. Nobody's saying it isn't a great throw, but it didn't even require a great throw because, again, freeze it when the picture gets there. There's no runner. There's no runner.
Well, he got a late start.
Yeah, is that what happened? What an egregious.
He got a late start.
It was awful. I don't know why I care. There's no reason for me to be concerned about this whatsoever. But I just saw it on the internet and said, well, that's wild. No runner in the picture.
What's his name? Go ahead, say his name.
I'm not going to do that. Riku Nishida.
Nishida's right, yeah.
I knew Nishida's right. I don't know
what
you have no idea. Why are you quizzing me, dog?
Because you're the guy who wants to be the Ravens.
No, I did not. I don't know if you heard. I did not apply for that job. All right.
I do think, though, I mean, if they keep getting this kind of starting pitching, and they get rid of O'Neal.
They're not getting rid of O'Neal.
I don't know how they keep him.
Maybe. Because who else is taking his spot?
Me.
Austin Slater?
Me.
You want to bring back Austin Slater?
Dude, I could hit a $140.
Hunter, yeah.
I'm not sure.
I could hit a $140.
I don't think so.
Well, I could hit a $120.
Thought you could make a 30-yard field goal, too.
I did.
No, you didn't.
Split the uprights.
No, you didn't. They invited you to try.
Well, I couldn't do it. My agent said.
Yeah.
My agent said,
hurt
don't press your luck.
Yeah, it was going to hurt your opportunities.
They were so mad at me, they invited me out.
They were mad at you. That part is true.
I
don't know that they've ever gotten over it.
I didn't miss it. You missed it.
You're
I
right.
tell you this.
You're
when I
right.
stood there and looked at it, I know it's 32 yards, but, boy, those things are narrow.
They are narrow. You're not wrong about that. They are narrow.
They are way more narrow than you realize until you're standing there in the middle of the Gillette Stadium
trying to make a kick.
And then you look at it and you're like, ooh.
All right, quickly, let's knock out some segments. Today's show is brought to you by Oh yeah. We'll see how this goes. Don't just do this. It's brought to you by the print issue of Press Box. Final couple of weeks for this one with Bill Ordine's cover story about the future of the Preakness. Go pick it up for free at your Baltimore area High's Dairy Store. Any of the hundreds of locations around town where you find Press Box, or read it all for free at PressBoxOnline.com. Before we do the segments, quickly, your thoughts at all about the World Cup roster?
I would say the only guy I don't know. I know why he didn't take Yunus Musa and De La Torre. I know why, right? Neither of them had been in any kind of recent form.
Yeah.
Neither
is Christian Pulisic.
Yeah, I mean, I just think they're both. I really like both of those guys, and I just don't throw it up. Let me look, because there's two names in there. I'd throw that back up there for me, kid.
I will.
He's got to put it on the screen so other human beings can see it.
That's fine.
And then we'll go back to you.
Who was the one guy that I guess I would say this. I don't when I look at that list, the one guy that stands out to me, I guess maybe they would wind up saying, or maybe the coach is going to say, like, who the last guys were. He's never going to publicly say that. I have to assume Tillman was the last guy in.
Okay.
That would be my guess.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe Rodon, but I know why he takes him. He totally takes him for set pieces. 50th minute or 60th minute, you're down 1-0. You're hoping you're going to get a corner kick. You throw him in there. I like him. I just don't know if, for me, I would keep one of those other two over him, and the same with Tillman. I haven't seen enough of Berhalter. I don't like the name, so when I see the name away, I get nervous. And I haven't seen enough of the Zendejas kid, but everyone is raving about him.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen him, but I would just say the one. And I'm not.
This is the U.S. hasn't played a relevant match in years.
I'm not a big Haji Wright guy, but again, he's the guy when they lose 2-1 in the quarterfinals and they're down 2-0 with 9 minutes to go, they'll bring him in and the ball hit off his knee and go in. Like, he's that guy. When they lose 2-1 to Belgium or whoever they're going to lose to, he's the guy that's going to score.
He's not. I was going to compare him to Wondolowski, but Wondolowski was a tiny guy.
But you know, he's I'm telling you, he's the guy. Who's the guy that scored the goal the one year? What's his last name? Green. No one had ever heard of the dude, and they brought him in with 10 minutes to go at Trinidad, and he scored the goal. Remember in the game that we lost?
Yeah.
I don't even remember that guy. He just showed up. They're like, yeah, now going in the game is this guy Green. I'm like, who the hell is this guy? Was it Javier Green? What was his name? Julian Green?
Yeah, there is a Julian Green that has played for Team US.
Was
against what team did
It was the game when they lost to Trinidad when they didn't make the World Cup, right? They went in when the Trinidadians watered the field down and had the grass 4 inches high. He scored the goal at the end of the game. Maybe I'm wrong, but
Pulisic scored.
Then he scored a goal like that, though. That the Green kid scored a goal in a losing cause. Might have been a World Cup game. As crazy as that sounds. Maybe it was a World Cup game.
Julian Green, did he score is the question.
Yeah, he scored in that Belgium game in 2014.
Thank you very much.
When they were down 2-0?
Yeah,
okay.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Appreciate you guys coming for the clinic.
Well, you were talking about a qualifier against Trinidad.
It was the
so
same
you nailed
thing.
It.
It was a big game.
You nailed it.
But that's what Haji Wright will do.
Wow, he was
when they lose to Switzerland
he was
in the
19 years old at that time.
When they lose to Switzerland 2-1 in the quarterfinals, he'll get the goal with 4 minutes to go.
You think they're going to get to the quarterfinals?
Well, they're going to get through the first round.
They better get through the first round. They better.
They will.
Yeah, Turkey's the only real. Yeah, I mean they better.
But you're also adding 8 more teams.
Yes.
Australia's
yes.
good.
Don't
it's
8
the
more.
largest. It's the largest field. Yeah.
No. You're to the knockout stage.
The knockout stage.
Aren't you adding 8 or is it 4? I thought it was 8.
I don't think it's 8.
I thought 24 made it.
Yeah, but they still have to get to the. You're still putting them in the quarterfinals.
They're going to win one game. Dude, it's a home game.
I understand.
You know
that.
what's going to happen.
I don't know.
We're getting a penalty kick with 4 minutes left. Come on.
You
know what's happening.
I don't know.
Anyway.
This is actually. Hang on a second.
32. Yeah, because there's 48 teams, so 32 are making the knockout stage.
So 16 teams
so
don't make
in your scenario, you're going to have them win 2 knockout matches.
Okay.
Yeah, they're not getting to the quarterfinals. Stop that.
I might push back on that.
Should we lay something
What was
down
our
here?
dumb bet? What was the dumb bet that we apparently made that I have no idea why
Back on November 30th, because the World Cup was in November that year.
Okay.
November 30th of 2022. Glenn and Drew bet I put a note in my phone for some reason, and I had the timing right because it hit my phone last week. You two bet a Chinese lunch about Matt Turner and whether he'd be the goalkeeper or not.
Who bet which way?
Glenn said he would not be the goalkeeper.
Oh! Ha ha!
Drew said
he is going to be the goalkeeper.
He's not going to be the goalkeeper. It's Freeze. Stop it. He's not.
He's on the roster.
He's on the roster. That doesn't make him the
Why is it going to be
goalkeeper.
Freeze? Why won't it be?
Because that's the guy. Matt Freeze is the guy.
Okay, he is starting. Freeze is going to be the starter.
Yes, Matt Freeze is the guy.
We'll see. What if his game gets cold all of a sudden?
I mean, are they playing? Hang on a second. What, are they playing any matches? I think they are playing like a tune-up or something like that. Matt Freeze is the goalie. What are we doing?
Okay, we'll see.
Yeah. All right, so you want to withhold judgment here?
Yeah, I mean, obviously.
I'll treat you to lunch. Yeah, I mean,
you owe us 6 Chinese lunches.
It's actually 8.
What are you talking about?
Anyway, back to the roster. Let's talk sports.
If somehow Matt Freeze starts,
they have a
it'll only
friendly
mean
Sunday?
that you're back within 5 lunches.
Let's just talk sports.
They have a friendly
here.
against Senegal on Sunday.
Good for them.
Senegal.
Yeah.
Switzerland's my dark horse.
Okay.
Switzerland's my dark horse. I think Switzerland's going to be a tough out. I also think Turkey's going to be a tough out.
Turkey's definitely going to be a tough out.
Freeze was the goalie in the loss to Portugal in the friendly in March.
Freeze is the goalie. What are we doing?
Turner was the goalie.
But you already know how this is all going to go. You already know how this is going to happen. The way it always happens.
Yeah.
We won't be able to score any goals.
Yes.
It's the same as it always is.
Of course.
What's the order of the games?
Aaronson's scoring a goal.
What's the order of the games?
I
know Turkey's the last game, right?
Yeah,
Paraguay,
that's right.
Australia, Turkey. Yeah.
Okay, so you know what's going to happen.
Two of the 3 games are
You already
9 or,
know.
9 or later.
We're gonna play. What are the dates of these games?
June 12th, 9 p.m. against Paraguay.
Okay.
And then June 19th, 3 p.m. against Australia.
Which one of those 2 teams are they going to lose to?
Well, wait a minute. When's the other game?
That's going to happen.
Well, when's the other game? I got to make sure I don't
and
have
then
a
June
clinic.
25, June 25th at 10 p.m. against Turkey.
Okay. So
God, that sucks.
Paraguay, they win. They probably win that game 2-0.
That one's in Englewood. At
And that
SoFi.
gets everybody
the Australia one's
buying
Seattle,
gear.
right.
Yeah.
And where's the party going to be when
Weston
they
McKennie
win?
is,
McKinney scores a goal. Tim Weah scores a goal. Pulisic starts around. He's great. They're 2-0 winners.
So they lose
Everybody's
Australia.
excited. And then they lose to Australia 1-0 on a
100%.
ball that deflects off of Miles Robinson in the 57th minute.
So we're not going Jedi anymore. He's
And
dropped that.
right, and it goes in. Now all of a sudden we have to draw or beat Turkey.
We probably draw.
And
right?
And then they draw 1-1.
No,
Oh,
they draw 0-0.
Okay.
They
I would
draw
say
0-0.
1-1.
I would say 1-1.
It's uninspiring, but they.
But we
One
made
and one's not
Turkey
inspiring
doesn't
either.
really need to try either.
Right, they're in already.
Like,
All three of their
'Cause-
games are on
No,
the
they're
West
in.
Coast.
Yeah.
They already won there too.
So they're
Right.
willing to just sort of kick the
Right.
ball around for a bit, and
You already know how it's going to go.
And we all clap at the end.
And then we get. I'm trying to think of who it could be. A Senegal. Then we get a Senegal or a Ghana, somebody that
I'm sure they've
we
beaten Ghana.
well,
Are
somebody
you
that
sure?
somebody that we should beat.
Yeah.
But people are going to go. I don't know. And then we play them, and we win that game 1-0 on a should it have been offsides or not offsides. And they're everybody in that country is screaming because they think that they got hosed, which they probably did. And then we play.
An actual country.
Yeah, then we play a decent.
Germany?
No. We won't get to them yet.
Oh, we won't.
Then we play a decent.
Why not?
And it might even go Senegal. It might even be like Morocco, Ghana. I could see that. It's Morocco in the first
You think
game.
they're beating Morocco?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Or it could be
Okay.
Saudi Arabia.
Maybe they get through in peak.
And,
Maybe
and
that's
but
what happens.
but the game that gets them to the quarters is like the Ghana game. It's a coin
Well,
flip.
they're not winning that one.
Yeah, we're winning now.
They're not winning.
And then they lose to Switzerland.
That's one of the quarters. Is the U.S. Switzerland? Jeez,
Yeah.
you are bullish. All right, hit the music.
So anyway,
Hit the music. Happy for our guy Alex Freeman, by the way. Congratulations. Of course, the son of the great Antonio Buttons Freeman, Alex Freeman, and he's the youngest player on the roster, isn't he? Isn't he?
He might be.
I think he is.
I guess. I'm trying to.
Technically a Baltimore native, but didn't really live here. He just happened to be born here. All right, go ahead. It's time for Shade Night. The final is set. Here to tell you all about it, Mr. Drew Forrester.
well, we are down to the final two now because last night the Vegas Golden Knights with a 2-1 win over the Colorado Avalanche. The Avalanche failing to win a game, much like the Flyers. Don't know if you guys knew that. The Flyers also lost 4 games to none.
Missed you last week.
Colorado, though, President's Cup winner, and
They don't. The President's Cup
President's
winners
Cup
can't
curse.
win.
no,
not win
it's
the game.
amazing. They lose 4 games to none. And Vegas, here's the deal, right? Vegas is now looking like the team that's going to win because Carter Hart's playing unbelievable. And this is what happened when the Caps won. Everybody always talks about Kuznetsov and Ovi. The Caps won that year because of Hopi. And that's what Carter Hart's doing. It's the exact same thing. He's playing unbelievable in goal. So is the kid in Montreal. What is that Robish or whatever his last name is? But
Well, he has to because they don't like to shoot.
yeah, they had 12 shots on goal in the one
bizarre.
game. So Vegas wins 2-1 last night. They're 4-0. And again, same thing
Dobish.
like
Dobish.
yeah. You got to give something. There is something about Tortorella and these goalies. These guys stand on their head for him. And I know people. I don't even know who you would. I guess you would liken him to Belichick. I know no one likes him.
Yeah, but he's
The dude's a hell of a hockey coach, man.
Belichick's not the Belichick was always just boring, right? Like
Yeah.
he gets rubs me the wrong way because he gets pissed off and
Yeah.
inflammatory.
It's a little got a little bit of an entitlement about him,
Yeah.
but that comes with almost everywhere he goes. Good things happen.
He's had an awful lot of success. There's no doubt about
It's
that.
amazing. I mean, Vegas fired their coach with 10 days left in the season, right?
That's right.
It,
That's right.
and now he's got this kid standing on his head in goal. So amazing. Carolina,
March 29th.
Yeah, Carolina will be up 3-1 after tonight. There's no stopping them. That first game was the easiest. I know a friend of mine who did very well in that game. That was the easiest game of the year to call. There was no possible way, 12 days off, that Carolina was going to play any good in that game. There was just no way. But they're back. They have too much of everything. Their goaltender's good, but they don't even need it because the puck never gets to him. And I think Montreal, when they lose tonight, and they'll get the gentleman's sweep, and that'll be the end of it on Friday. But it's been a heck of a playoff so far.
So I'm assuming, significantly favor Carolina over Vegas in the Cup final.
Man, I don't know.
Presuming that's who it is.
I don't know.
Okay.
Vegas is looking good, and this kid keeps playing the way he's playing. I don't know, man. Circle back to me when we see how many games it takes.
How many NHL coaches? Just give me the last one. Who was the last NHL coach to win a Stanley Cup with 2 different teams?
Boy, who was the last coach? Stanley Cup with 2 different teams.
Yeah.
Scotty Bowman?
Indeed it is. Scotty Bowman.
Montreal and Chicago?
No. Pittsburgh and Detroit.
He didn't win one in Montreal?
He might have won it. He definitely won in Montreal, but the last...
Oh, gotcha.
The last 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tortorella, I'm not a fan, but man, I wish the Caps would hire him.
I mean, he wins.
He does win. It's amazing.
All right. How about this?
Yeah, this one's not going to... I've lost track of this one.
Yeah?
I have.
Well, you got to know.
I'm at least willing to admit it.
Okay.
Right.
That's big of you. I'm glad we were prepared.
Well, I have to fade the music down. I
Wednesday.
can't just start. I can't just
Regular
jump right
Wednesday
into it.
segment.
Ovechkin's coming back, right? I mean, there's...
Didn't they find a photo of him, like, he packed up a ton of his stuff, and they were like, is this me?
He didn't say
He's
it was
never
done.
coming back.
He's coming back.
It's time for Hanging on the Rim. No one knows more about the association than our guy, Drew Forrester, here to get you caught up on what's been going on in the NBA playoffs.
I would say this, right? I would temper your expectations on this one.
No? Well, that's on.
All right. Actually, it is kind of easy because the Knickerbockers, 4 games.
Better be careful. You better be careful when you say that.
What's their name?
Be careful.
4-0 sweep of Cleveland. First 2 at the Garden.
You're saying Cleveland didn't win a game?
They did not. You know what? They didn't. Much like the Flyers. There's a lot of sweeps going on. It's amazing, right? But anyway, yeah, Cleveland out. 4-0. Knicks sweep them.
Of course, they're keeping Kenny Atkinson as head coach. Your thoughts?
Sure.
All right, there we go.
Yeah.
Dynamite.
Didn't seem to care that they got blown out and everything.
No, I think
Well,
it's
except for
fine.
game 1, I guess.
And then
That was the
last night, Oklahoma City, a 13-point win, I think it was.
About that, yeah.
127-114. I know the league. 127-114.
He knows the league.
127-114 winner last night for OKC.
Name 2 Thunder players.
To do with the initials.
Uh-huh.
And Westbrook.
And Westbrook. There you go.
Yeah.
You can't get one past this guy. You think because he's older, you can maybe get the fastball past?
Follow the league, baby.
Nah, man.
Remember what the guy said in training day? I follow all the good players.
That's right.
Right.
It's like that guy tried to ask Donald Trump what his favorite Bible verse was, and he was like, yeah, I'm not going to pick one.
Yeah, I like them
I
all.
love the whole Bible.
I'm a big fan of the New Testament.
That and the Art of the Deal. Those are my 2 favorite books.
Yep.
That guy thought he was getting one past Donald Trump.
Is there a
That's gonna be
UFC
his
fight
favorite.
at the White House this week?
It's not this week.
2 weeks, 3 weeks. So June 14th.
But there's an actual, and people are coming to watch it?
Believe so, yeah.
Some people.
They haven't.
It's not like a lot of seats.
Hasn't fallen through yet. Well, yeah, I mean they're hoping to get everyone on the lawn and
No, there's.
But why are they
at the
doing it?
National
The mall, I guess. Yeah, the
you can
mall,
go to
sorry.
Watch the fights on a screen.
But why are they doing it at the White House?
Because it's Flag Day, obviously.
Because he wants attention. I don't know what to say.
I don't know about that.
He wants to do a military parade.
Yeah, I don't know. He doesn't seem like that kind of guy.
No, that's a good one. Not really.
So anyway, 127-114 OKC over the Spurs. Going back, I guess. Yeah, going. Or they do. Do they do 3-2 or 2-3-2?
They go to San Antonio for game 6.
Okay. Might go 7 games.
think
I could
very well
see.
could go
I could
7.
see the Spurs. Popovich not doing well, right? That's not good, is it?
I don't know that he's on death's door, but he's
What's he have?
struggling.
Is it dementia? What's he
I don't know
have?
if it's dementia. He's apparently coaching the team.
Oh, I don't think so.
The word is,
Really?
yeah. He had a stroke not that long ago.
Okay.
I'd like to take a break if we can.
He didn't look
Just
good.
see if we can. I'd like to take
Yeah, tell a call back.
that guy to call back. He said.
Who is it?
It's Matt Dunn of the Maryland Whipsnakes.
Oh, nice. Is the Dunn kid that plays for Tampa Bay related to Adam Dunn?
What are we doing?
I'm asking you a question.
What are we doing? You good?
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, there's nothing. The only question is, what's LeBron going to do?
That is a good question. What is LeBron going to do? If you were LeBron,
I don't know, because I guess I would say to him, what do you want? If I were his agent, I would say to him, like, tell me what's important to you. What's important? Cui bono, right? Who benefits from this? Like, what do you want to do? Do you want to win one more championship? Is that what you want to do? And if that's what you want to do, are you convinced that you can't do it in Los Angeles with this current group of guys they
I
have?
would be.
Right. I don't disagree with that.
But to be fair, I don't know where.
But where are you going? Oklahoma
Yeah,
City? They don't want you.
That's the point.
Right, where are you going?
Like,
The Knicks? They don't want you.
I think the Knicks would actually be one team that would take LeBron.
Okay.
Like, if they don't win this year, I think they would say, sell out, everything in our. We think we have a moment right now. I think the Knicks would take him. But what does that do to go?
Well, you got to take him and his kid.
That's true.
Yeah, got to
That
take
is
them all.
true.
Got to take them all with you.
Is, there no, is his other son ready yet?
The ball kid's got to come with you.
Wizards take both.
Yeah, I just don't see, like, the Jordan thing with the Wizards. That was such a wonky, weird.
Wizards ready to win.
But that was such a wonky, weird thing because it was such a nondescript franchise.
Yeah.
And we all know why he did it. He did it because it was his foray into being in the front office
business,
and learning the backroom stuff. But it was such a wonky fit.
Yep.
I don't know. I would. Is Miami close enough to being good that he could go down there and prop them up?
People have talked about that. I don't think so. I think that's you're just going to L.A. The only real argument is Cleveland close enough?
Right.
And I think a year ago you would have made that argument.
Right.
But seeing how pedestrian Donovan Mitchell was in these playoffs, I don't know, man. Like,
you got to remember too.
He
currently plays for the Yankees. Like he.
Like, if you just want attention, if you just want another year of getting
Just
attention,
stay there.
you can just stay there. You'll be good enough that.
Is there any reason to go to the Clippers? Does that do anything?
No, there's no reason to go to the
Okay.
Clippers. The real question is
Supersonic? Oh, they're not in the league anymore,
Everybody
right?
has thought that he's wanted to play with Steph Curry for a long time, and so
okay,
go
but
spend a year in Golden State.
okay,
for the
but
sake
me
of-
too.
But the bloom is totally off the rose of that franchise.
Yes,
That's gone, right?
Yes.
5 years ago, they were the. 5 years ago is
but
when
they're
you
not
do it.
that dissimilar to the Lakers, and you could argue that if you added LeBron, they'd be above that. And so I get why it would be a thought
Right.
in comparison to the Lakers. Are you winning a title? No. But could you go have fun for a year?
You have
with your-
Luka. I mean,
with the Lakers.
Right, yeah, that's what I
I'm
mean.
saying with the Warriors, you're not winning a title.
oh, okay. I thought you were saying
in
the
LA,
Lakers.
you're not winning a title with Luka either. Let me be
Why not?
Because they're not as good as the
Yeah.
Thunder and the Spurs.
They're not. They're not.
Okay,
They're
but
not.
You
They're-
do have Luka, and
I
Yeah.
understand
Mm.
Luka's a nice player. I'm not arguing that, but they're not as good as those teams are.
add Denny Avdia. Then
Yeah, if you can add another major piece, then we can talk. All right, we got to get a break. Are you staying
All right.
or going?
I'll probably leave.
All right. Anything quick?
Nah.
Drew'sMorningDish.com.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
Go there. Really interesting how you didn't want to come meet with media after you boofed it in the final. Really interesting how we didn't see you last week.
Oh, yeah, I was.
Yeah, you didn't.
I needed a week.
Didn't want to meet with the media.
Trust me.
You wanted to skirt your
I didn't want to say.
responsibilities.
I didn't want to say the
afterwards.
wrong thing.
Drew Forrester. Good to see you, buddy. Love you.
too.
We'll see you next week. We'll come back in. Matt Dunn from the Whipsnakes next. Glenn Clark Radio. Your car is more than just a ride. It's an investment. At Leading Edge Auto Body in Mount Washington, we've spent over 20 years perfecting the art of repair. From high-end imports to your trusted daily driver, we handle all makes and models with elite precision. Our team holds the highest honors in the industry, including ASE Master, ICAR Platinum, and specialized aluminum certifications. We make it easy with free towing, pickup, and delivery because at Leading Edge, customer satisfaction comes first. And remember, with insurance, it's your car and it's your choice. Choose the experts. Leading Edge Auto Body. Quality you can see. Service you can trust. Go to leadingedgeautobody.com today.
Well, spring and summer have sprung up in Baltimore. That means more than ever it's time to visit one of the two great locations in Baltimore for the Costas Inn. The new location at Timonian Fairgrounds next to the OTB has the same great food, ambiance, and hospitality as the original location at 4100 North Point Boulevard in the heart of Dundalk and Sparrows Point. Both are open 7 days a week for lunch and dinner, but remember, it's only the original location for steamed crabs. Take this number down, 410-477-1975 to reserve your slice of Maryland heaven. Make sure you check availability, size, and price point for your next feast. The Costas Inn, always the right choice for dining.
Gambling can be a fun and entertaining experience, but there are risks involved. If you're planning on betting on the game at the casino or on your phone or computer, know your limit, stay within it. Set a budget and a time to stop. Remember, gambling isn't a financial solution, and it doesn't mix well with alcohol or drugs. Know the risks and have a plan before you begin gambling. For free and confidential services, call 1-800-GAMBLER 24/7 or go to helpmygamblingproblem.org.
This is Byron Warnkin. If you've been injured in a car or truck crash, you probably know this is stressful. Medical bills, the insurance company giving you the runaround, you got to get your car fixed. You don't just need a lawyer, you need results. At Warnkin LLC, we represent the injured across Maryland. Whether it's a car or truck crash case, medical malpractice, or any other serious personal injury, we fight for maximum compensation for you and maximum ease for you. You don't want to have to deal with this stuff. Warnkin LLC has been voted best personal injury law firm in Maryland for a reason. For us, 443 Results isn't just a phone number, it's our mission. Get the advocate that you need. Call us today, 443 Results, or visit us online, warnkinlaw.com. That's WARNKENLAW.com.
Make the most out of every day in your Toyota RAV4. Available in hybrid or gas-only models. A RAV4 can get you where you want to go in style. Check out buyatoyota.com for deals on new RAV4s from your local Toyota dealer today.
Coming back in here with Glenn and the other guy, Garrett, whatever his name is. You know who they are.
All right, back in here on GCRs, continue along on a Wednesday edition of the program. This weekend, Whipsnakes homecoming weekend. Thank you, Griffin. At Loyola's Ridley Athletic Complex, starting on Friday night. The Whipsnakes will be playing Friday night and again on Saturday. And it's also the first ever homecoming weekend for the Maryland Charm of the WLL, who will play on Friday night as well. Joining us now, Loyola Blakefield legend, former Terp, Whipsnakes defender, the great Matt Dunn is back with us here on GCR. Matt, it's Glenn. It's awesome to catch up with you, man. Thank you for taking the time for us.
Glenn, absolutely. Thanks for having me on the show.
Hey, bro, everything good? You still have you been able to get over how Loyola Blakefield's season came to an end this season? Like, has there been a particular Calvert Hall alum in your life that has been vocal about it whatsoever that you'd like to punch them right in the face?
You know, Glenn, I'm over it. I think, they had a great team this year. Will Hawes, the head coach there, has done an incredible job. Some of the seniors at Loyola this year, I coached there until 2023, so I got to coach them their freshman year a bit. So I know some of those guys. Unfortunately, I'm probably friends with too many Calvert Hall alums now, just through the realms of playing against and with guys after college and pros, and they've been kind enough not to rub it in.
All right, well, that's nice of them. That is really nice of them. We were chatting with Billy Dwan last week as he was getting ready for the Final Four, and he said that the Wyatt Hoddle was not letting him hear the end of it. I'm like, yeah, I get it. I get it. Man.
Yeah,
and I probably wouldn't if I were him either. Matt, these weekends, right? Like coming back and playing. Obviously, it's a different time this time because it's going to be at Ridley instead of being at Homewood Field, but. For you in particular, right? Like, what does this weekend mean to you? I'm sure even as much as you've accomplished and as much as you've done now in your career, no pun intended, you probably still feel something special about getting the chance to play at home.
Yeah, absolutely. One, just getting to play it all, you kind of alluded to it, but I'm getting up there. I played for a little while. But I mean, I don't take for granted the chance to get to play. And I love it. I think getting to play back in Maryland is really special. I remember playing at Ridley, my freshman year in college, playing against Loyola the year after they had won the national championship.
Right? Yeah.
So that's how what I am here. But getting to still do it is pretty cool. And then getting to play in Maryland, like I'm still playing with some of my Maryland teammates from college and with guys I never got to play with just because we didn't overlap there. But we, share the bond of going to Maryland. And, my friends and family get to come out to a game, which with the PLL schedule, like they're not all going to make the trip out to, out to San Diego or Denver or wherever. So the chance that they get to come out and see me play is pretty special too.
No doubt about it, man. No doubt. And it's, look, we talk about it with everybody, but it's not to say there aren't other great locations that you guys go to or lacrosse rabid places, but it just feels like the atmosphere is a little bit different when you guys play here than it is in most of the spots that you play at during the course of the summer.
Yeah. I think for the people here, there's a lot of connection. So I think a lot of guys in the league come from either Maryland or around here. So you're getting a lot of, family and friends coming out to the games, but also, people that like kids will come that guys that are playing have like coached and a lot of relationships or like went to the same high school as those guys or something like that. So I think there's just a lot of connection between the players and the fans when you play at a place like Maryland and then, or in Maryland at Loyola. And there's a ton of history too. So I agree. I think a lot of people feel that in the atmosphere. And it's just always so much fun getting to play back in Maryland.
Matt Dunn is with us ahead of Whipsnakes homecoming weekend. Matt, you mentioned it, right? Like we were joking with Pinnell yesterday, like that he's basically, in like the old folks home at this point. You're not quite there, but you're not terribly far behind him. What's driving you, right? Like you've done everything. You've won the titles. You've been player of the year. You've been a world champion. Like what's driving you that is pushing you to keep going out there, grinding, having to work multiple jobs to want to keep doing this every summer?
Yeah, it's a great question. I just love it. And I think at the end of the day, like, that's what I tell, kids that want to play in college. You can kind of fake it and try to do the things, but if you don't love it, it's going to be really hard because you gotta sacrifice a lot for it, and you gotta kind of build your life around it. And for me, like, one, I love playing, the chance to compete, but I love being on a team, and my teammates are awesome. So, just going to a game and being on the bus to practice, being out there, getting to be an adult and still throw the ball around and compete and kind of get after something in a physical manner is just not the normal way life tends to go after you finish sports. So I think the answer is like it's not really about accomplishing anything else per se. Obviously we want to win, but it's just like doing the best we can and competing with like people that you really love doing it with. It's just so much fun for me still.
That's really cool, man. Does the part of it where obviously the team is called the Maryland Whipsnakes, we know that Paul and Mike's goal is at some point in the coming years to start entrenching more in local communities and playing more home games and having more of a natural home situation. Does that resonate with you more, like wanting to be a part of this because you are Baltimore lacrosse, right? Like you are Maryland, and not just because you're from here or played there, but the relationships that you maintain and the significance that you still hold in this community. Does that mean a little bit more to you to be a Maryland Whipsnake and to maybe help in that, whatever that transition ends up being, to trying to make this more of a true home team?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's certainly part of it. I'm a very loyal guy, and I think being from here and look, I'm lucky. I went to university. I'm from Maryland. I got recruited to play at University of Maryland, and I did, and I got drafted to the Maryland Whipsnakes. Like those are all those didn't really have anything to do with me. They're outside of my control. But looking back at it, like it's something special getting to represent the state of Maryland I know the league wants to move more towards that home-based model.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, we take a lot of pride, forget Maryland for a second, just in the Whipsnakes and our culture and just the way we conduct ourselves.
Sure.
But I think the fact that we get to do that with Maryland as our home, and hopefully in the future, the league continues to have, a ton of success, and it really is like that, home sports franchise. It would be really cool to feel like I had a part in the foundation of that.
Well, and you bring it up, like the Whipsnakes brand has mattered since the launch of the PLL, right? Like it has been one. I know that everybody's gotten on board with like the Water Dogs, but the brand of the Whipsnakes has mattered too. And how much of that have you felt? And that there is something to be said, as we're trying. There can't be a Yankees or a Red Sox, right? Because the league hasn't been around that long. But like in trying to establish that as being a historic part, that in 50 years we're going to look back and say and talk about the Whipsnakes like they talk about, say, the Green Bay Packers, right? Like, does that register with you a little bit?
A little bit. Sometimes I try to think far ahead, and we joke about like the comparisons of what the NFL used to be, and maybe that's what the PLL is now, and when we're grandparents and all that, and that's cool. But yeah, I think, the one thing, we're younger as a team now. We've lost a lot of players to retirement. Like we were very good early on with a lot of guys that came in their veteran years, and like any franchise, like we've gone through that process. And right now there's less and less guys that are of my, vintage and a ton, within 5 years out of college and even less than that. And they're great. And the one thing that I just really like hope to bestow upon them is kind of that culture that we've built, and the just the Whipsnakes brand is probably more of the external view of it. I think internally we'd call it culture, but that it is special and different, and that we want to do things a certain way, and winning is a byproduct of how we approach the game.
Matt Dunn with us here on GCR, getting ready for homecoming weekend for the Whipsnakes. Matt, this team this year, obviously last year was disappointing, right? Tell me about coming off a hell of a performance, right? Maybe as we joked about with Rob yesterday, the bye came at the worst time. But, tell me about this team, this group, how you guys approach this season and handle the disappointment of last year, and how you're going to be better for it this year.
Yeah, I think it always sucks losing, and unfortunately one team's happy at the end of the year. We spent a lot of time at the end of last season just talking about the things we could have done better. And the truth is, in this league, a lot of the work happens in the off season. Like if you want to get stronger, faster, and improve, like you can't do it in May when the season starts. So we spent a lot of time talking about, especially with younger guys that are used to the college routine of being on campus every day with a coach, like how to handle the professional season, off season, if you will. And I think guys did an incredible job of that. And so far for me, one message we told the guys as we get younger and younger each year is like, you can't be a young guy in this league. Like only 19 guys dress. Like if you're a guy that's dressing, you guys were all captains in your high school and college teams. You were the best players, all Americans. Like you got to be that for us. And I think you're seeing that, like Aiden Carroll in his second year just got voted captain for us.
Right.
And he's been excellent on the field, but he's a leader off the field too, which is what we needed. And it's kind of the messaging of like, this is not an age thing. Like we need guys that can add value to the team and help move us towards our goals. And so far, I think we're seeing that from a lot of the younger guys, which has been really cool.
He's a hell of a player too, man. He's an unbelievable.
Awesome. Yeah. Incredible.
The Joey Spallina effect, right? Like what are you excited? I don't know if you've had a chance. Obviously, you guys aren't going to be playing together like on the same part of the field, but have you had a chance to get to know him just in circles? And how excited are you for what he's going to bring, given just his unbelievable ability?
Yeah, I mean, I've gotten to meet Joey a few times. I texted him when we drafted him, and he's one of the first guys that, we haven't had a top three, we've had one top three draft pick ever in Whipsnakes history. And we picked Ajax Apatow with that a few years ago. So a defender. So obviously we've drafted guys like TJ and Aiden and other great offensive players, but this is one of the first like top three, I guess, guys we've ever gotten in a draft. And Joey, Joey's an excellent player. He can do so many things, which I think is great about him. He can dodge, he can feed, he can play without the ball. And so I'm really interested to see how he can blend in to an offense where all of a sudden, he's not the main focal point of every scouting report, which for a lot of these guys in college is the case. And maybe he can fit into the flow of an offense. And I think his style of play is going to blend really well with our offense and the way the PLL game kind of flows.
I think it's a great fit, and really excited about, obviously, the fact that he gets to make his debut here on homecoming weekend, which is really cool. All right, the difficult question, obviously. What's the group text of the alumni say? Obviously, no one's going to suggest that, like, Tills is losing it because he's probably the best coach in all of college lacrosse, but, like, it's got to be a bitter pill for this team to have come up short of the NCAA tournament this year and ended the streak. How does that get fixed quickly for your boys?
Yeah, I think first off is the expectations of that program are unreal, and in juxtaposition to the success that they've had, it looks like, a bad year, which, it wasn't a great year for them, but they set the standard so high. Coach Tills has set the standard so high that if he's basically in the championship game, like something was off there. And they play the toughest schedule every year. And a lot of the years, if you look at it, they win a lot of those games by 1, 2, or 3 goals. And this year they happen to lose a lot of those games by 1, 2, or 3 goals. And so we don't, from the alumni standpoint, we have all the faith in the world in Coach Tills and what he's done to that program and for that program. I think as far as fixing it goes, like, the coaching staff there is so great that they'll figure it out. There's nothing broken. I think it's just get back to the basics, which they're always great at. And it just feels like this is just one of those years where if you play enough against a great competition, which, man, the college lacrosse landscape has gotten so competitive with how many teams are really at that higher level now. I think it's more likely than not that eventually you're going to have a year where things don't go as well. And unfortunately that was this year, but from our point of view, all the faith in the world in Coach Tillman, the staff, the players, like, they're going to figure it out.
I can appreciate that, and I echo those sentiments, right? There's very few coaches I would trust more. Have you been practicing your Japanese at all?
I have not been.
Not started to work on that?
I got it keyed up in my Duolingo app, though, so I think I need to get on it.
I know that you got to do it, right? But, like, is there something that maybe would be even more meaningful about getting to represent the U.S. in another country, right? Obviously, you got to do it in San Diego, which was so cool. But is there something about that would be maybe even cooler getting to do it in Japan next year?
Yeah, and once again, I'm still, I'm fortunate enough to be selected to the tryout process, so the training roster. We still have a process to go through to make the team and all of that. But yeah, anytime you get to put on the USA jersey and represent your country, it's, in my opinion, the greatest experience in lacrosse and the greatest honor in lacrosse. And different area. I think it would be different. It's hard for me to visualize it. We did it in California last time, which was cool, but I think something about doing it
right
so far away, the other side of the world, essentially, and being able to represent our country and United States lacrosse. It would be pretty special.
I think it would be, man. I think it would be. There's something, again, just something even cooler about the chance to do that on the global stage, man. Matt Dunn, of course, at I'm Done Tweeting, which is mostly true on Twitter.
Yeah, mostly true.
Mostly true.
More of a follower now.
Yeah, right. Matt _ Dunn 33 on Instagram is how you follow him. And you still have the websites?
What's that?
Didn't you have a website for, like, coaching at one point that we could plug?
We do. I run a business with a friend of mine, Deemer Class, who's actually a Loyola Don as well.
Yeah.
Called First Class Lacrosse. Him and I, he started his clinics business 8 or 9 years ago, and about 7 years ago, I quit my consulting job and started doing some clinics, and we got lucky that it's continued to turn into something that we can, make a career out of.
That's what I thought.
That's been a ton of fun. Awesome. Yeah, it's called First Class Lacrosse.
Awesome, man. Matt Dunn, excited to see you this weekend. Going to be really cool having it at Loyola this year, my stomping grounds, and a place where I got to call Matt Dunn playing against Loyola years ago. So I'm looking forward to seeing you out there. Always appreciate you, man. Thanks for hopping on with us.
Glenn, always fun to be on. I appreciate
Thanks,
you.
Buddy. Matt Dunn with us here on GCR. And, again, homecoming weekend this weekend. Friday, 2 games. including the first ever homecoming game for the Maryland Charm. Are we going to come up with like a thing for the Charm? The way that obviously when we talk about the Whipsnakes, we get the. Thank you. We're going to come up with something.
I don't know.
Charm?
I'm trying to think. Because I would think like a rattle, I guess. I don't know. But it's. But I don't know how to make that sound.
Maybe talk to them, see how they feel about
Charm.
it. Yeah. I don't know.
Well, because or I need like a little like flute or something, like you're charming, because it's a play on the snakes, right? So you're trying to like charm a snake, that kind of thing. So do I need like a flute that I walk around with?
Let's make sure whatever it is. Let's make sure they're okay with it.
Why wouldn't they like? They think they'd like a flute?
I don't know. Let's just make sure.
Well, what's
cool
your
with
idea? You got one?
I don't have one. This is your department. You came up.
I know.
with the
That's
thing.
that's what I just came up with. The flute thing.
All right. Well, what would it sound like? Let me hear it.
So something not exactly.
Okay,
that.
not exactly
I'd
that,
have
but
I have to figure out the exact tune I
the
want.
cadence,
But yeah.
All right, I'm listening.
little up and down. I don't know.
I'm listening. All right. This weekend.
Try it again. Set it up.
This weekend,
playing?
Friday night.
Yeah.
Of course, you have the first game of 2 for the Maryland Whipsnakes, and then you have the first ever homecoming game for the Maryland Charm. All right. You know what? It actually kind of works for me now that I hear it. I don't mind this so much.
All right.
I can get behind it.
They're in.
Premier. Well, I don't represent them.
Okay.
They got to still. We got to run.
Well, they're
by them.
over with the Maryland fans.
PremierLacrosseLeague.com is where you find out more. And then Saturday, an afternoon game, and then 2 night games, including the Whipsnakes. Playing again. You almost said the wrong one. Playing again at 5:30 over at Ridley Athletic Complex. When we come back in, some controversy from the Orioles game last night. Something that must be discussed.
Okay.
We'll talk about it next. Glenn Clark Radio.
This is Stan the Fan. You know we talk all the time about our O's stepping up in the big moments, delivering when it matters most. If you've been injured in a car accident anywhere around Baltimore, that's your big moment, and you need someone who delivers. That's why I'm here to tell you about Warnken Injury Lawyers. They fight for Baltimore families every single day. Insurance companies play games. Warnken plays to win. So call 443-RESULTS. That's 443-RESULTS, or go to warnkenlaw.com. When you need results, it's right there in the number, 443-RESULTS.
Your car is more than just a ride. It's an investment. At Leading Edge Auto Body in Mount Washington, we've spent over 20 years perfecting the art of repair. From high-end imports to your trusted daily driver, we handle all makes and models with elite precision. Our team holds the highest honors in the industry, including ASE Master, iCar Platinum, and specialized aluminum certifications. We make it easy with free towing, pickup, and delivery, because at Leading Edge, customer satisfaction comes first. And remember, with insurance, it's your car and it's your choice. Choose the experts. Leading Edge Auto Body. Quality you can see. Service you can trust. Go to leadingedgeautobody.com today.
Well, spring and summer have sprung up in Baltimore. That means more than ever it's time to visit one of the 2 great locations in Baltimore for the Costas Inn. The new location at Timonian Fairgrounds next to the OTB has the same great food, ambiance, and hospitality as the original location at 4100 North Point Boulevard in the heart of Dundalk and Sparrows Point. Both are open 7 days a week for lunch and dinner, but remember, it's only the original location for steamed crabs. Take this number down, 410-477-1975 to reserve your slice of Maryland heaven. Make sure you check availability, size, and price point for your next feast. The Costas Inn, always the right choice for dining.
Gambling can be a fun and entertaining experience, but there are risks involved. If you're planning on betting on the game at the casino or on your phone or computer, know your limit, stay within it. Set a budget and a time to stop. Remember, gambling isn't a financial solution, and it doesn't mix well with alcohol or drugs. Know the risks and have a plan before you begin gambling. For free and confidential services, call 1-800-GAMBLER 24/7 or go to helpmygamblingproblem.org.
The latest edition of Press Box is available now. On the cover, Bill Ordine dives in on how different Preakness will be temporarily at Laurel Park and then long-term once it returns to Pimlico. Also inside, Luke Jackson learns more about what Trey Hendrickson will bring to the Ravens. And Karuga Koinange looks at how Samuel Basayo is influencing the Orioles' international signing efforts. Press Box is available for free at over 250 locations throughout the region, including your Baltimore area area High's Dairy stores. Plus, you can read the entire issue online at PressBoxOnline.com, where you can also find great betting advice and the best daily coverage of the Orioles, Ravens, and Terps.
Contrary to what some people believe, I actually like this guy when he sleeps. Glenn Clark, talking sports.
Everything you need to know about high school sports as we're coming down to the end of the year. Championships given out the last couple of weeks at the state level. If you missed any of it, go to countysports.zone, proudly sponsored by your local Toyota dealer and buyatoyota.com. While you're there, you can learn more about how Beth Tafila won the MIAA C Conference Baseball Championship. And those guys were at the Orioles game last night, the players from that team, which was really neat, and they were having a lot of fun, and they were doing the tarps off bit at the game. Fully on board with tarps off. I don't know how to explain it. We talked about it with Brian Baker yesterday. It's a little bit about like the Bert Kreischer thing. Remember during the Tom Brady roast where Nikki Glazer said, "Oh, Bert Kreischer, I love your joke. Shirts are supposed to stay on." And it was very effective, right? But for some reason, it still works. It's very difficult to explain, but people get fired up. We enjoy it. Tarps off is working. It's not unique to any particular. I think St. Louis might have done it first, but it's not like it stayed there quickly or they have some history with it. It just appears to be kind of a baseball thing, not a unique to one team thing. So I am fully on board. Love the idea of the kids that are into it getting out there, taking off your shirt. Depending on the weather, I might be willing to join you.
It's summertime. Of course you're going to join.
You're welcome, ladies. You're welcome. Now, that being said.
I know. What about us? You're making me feel bad.
That being said, bit of an issue from last night.
Uh-oh.
As our friend Jacob Calvin-Meyer, I was not there. I cannot claim that
you could hear it on the broadcast. So
I didn't. You know what's really funny? I didn't, but I wasn't paying
I
particularly close attention.
Yeah.
Jacob Calvin-Meyer tweeted out, the Tarps Off boys did the roll call like they do at Yankee Stadium as the Orioles led in the ninth inning. Every Orioles player acknowledged their rambunctious fans as the club cacked off a 6-1 win over the Rays. And look, the atmosphere was fun. The players were enjoying it. They've been playing good baseball recently. It was a fun night. But, and this isn't even me getting after the kids. I think the Johns Hopkins players might have been involved in this group too. This isn't me. I don't want to get after any of those guys. Good young men, go do good things. Not the roll call. Period. Not the roll call. That's not our thing. That's someone else's thing. That's not a baseball thing. Like Tarps Off appears to be a baseball thing. Like the singing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game." Yes, it's most closely associated with the Cubs, but it's a baseball thing. Roll call is a Yankees thing. Period. Just a Yankees thing. No. For one night, bunch of people having fun, I don't want to fight about it. What I want to make sure is it ends there. That's it. That's someone else's thing. Come up with our own thing. Create a thing. This is why when everybody was yelling about the idea of this eighth inning sing-along concept last year, I said, or it could be a very special thing that we talk about for forever. Why does it make sense that we sing "Thank God I'm a Country Boy" in the middle of Baltimore at every baseball game?
It's the middle of the country.
Exactly. It makes no sense. But yet, it is a beloved part of our baseball-going experience. Create your thing. Don't take someone else's thing that's clearly their thing, and particularly not the Yankees thing. Of anything to not bite, don't do that. Tarps off, thumbs up. Roll call, if it continues, we need to send these people to jail.
Oh, wow. Jeez.
Not a sermon, just a thought.
Okay.
That's all I needed to say. There's not a whole lot more.
You feel okay?
I don't want. Again, I don't want to get after these kids. I don't want to get it. They're kids having fun at a baseball game. I remember being that age. I did this when I was like in 7th grade. This is a straight shoot. My parents were very involved in their church.
Mm-hmm.
The youth pastor at that church wanted to take some of us to. He had like 4 tickets to an Orioles game when we were in 7th grade, and he invited us to take like 3 of us to go to the game with him. It was a weeknight game. We were still in. It would have been this time of the year. It would have been like May. We still had to go to school the next day. There was a 2.5-hour rain delay. I think it was the White Sox. I wish I could remember exactly who it was to try to go back and relive this game. And it became the 3 of ours individual singular goal to get on the Jumbotron. Like, we did not care what it was going to take. in pouring rain, our shirts were off within minutes.
Jeez.
We had to have all gotten sick. There's no way that our mothers would have been okay with the fact. And I think that when I say the youth minister, I think he was like 23 years old. I think he was fresh out of college. And it was like his first job. And he was like, hey, guys, you want to go to the baseball game? Like, we're like, yeah, by all means. Great guy. In fact, straight shoot, that's the guy that married my wife and I. He performed the ceremony.
He married both of you.
Yes, correct. Really nice guy. His name's David Robinson. Wonderful guy. Could not like him anymore. Really good guy in that world. But took us to this baseball game, and our shirts were off. And he felt bad. He didn't want to just leave. And this is before cell phones existed, so he didn't even have, like, the mothers blowing up his phone. Like, are you going to have my boys home in time? They got to go to school tomorrow. Like, they had no way to access us. So he was like, well, I feel bad if we brought you to the game and you don't get to see any game. And they kept waiting it out for, I guess it must have been, like, a getaway day type of bit. And so we stayed, I think, until, like, 11 o'clock that night to see, like, 4 or 5 innings of the game. And yeah, we definitely got on the Jumbotron very quickly because we were tarps off. Tarps off is cool, man. It's cool. I know there's a more complicated conversation. We talk about tarps off, like, well, would women be allowed to do it? Like, I can't handle that today. I can't. In fact, if it came up on WBAL, you know what my opinion would be? My opinion legitimately would be, you know what? You're right. You're right. If a female really wanted to, the law probably should say she's allowed to. Like, that, it is discriminatory in a way that, like, men can and women can't. Like, from a legal standpoint. Why we've created it, that we believe these are sexual organs, but like, it's a deeper conversation that I can't debate about. And obviously we don't want that necessarily, but if I had to share a thought about it, my thought would be, you know what? You got a point. You do. I can't argue with you. You got a point. I don't know who's fighting for that. Like, I don't think my wife would be the one leading the charge for it, but I think we can look at this as what it is. It's fun. Young men want to go down. At some point, I have no doubt there might be, girls in, like, sports bras that want to get involved and be a part of it too. And, what the conversation ends up being at that point, and that, I guess that's for you. If your child is in high school, then that's for you as a parent to figure out how you want to handle that. But that's a deeper conversation that I think we can cover here on Glenn Clark Radio. I don't think we can solve those problems. I think what we can say is the tarps off concept is fun.
And include the roll call.
No, definitely not that. Definitely not that. Not that. One night, fine. Bunch of kids having fun at a baseball game. Moving forward, no. Again, come up with your own thing. A chant that's unique to the Orioles. I get it, just spelling out the name of the team, kind of boring. Like, I understand. Come up with something new.
Let's go O's. I just came up with that.
There's that. Maybe do like a orange-black thing where, like, half the stadium yells orange, the other half of the stadium yells black. I don't know. Come up with something that becomes an Orioles thing. Be the guy that created it, right? In 50 years, we can say, hey, where did that start? This kid from Beth Tafilo that was out celebrating a championship came up with this unique idea, got the other kids in his group when they had their shirts off at the game to chant it, and now we still do it for years. Just come up with something. Think about it. And do that. Just not roll call. That's it. That's not roll call. I really regret going as deep as I did on the tarps off thing. I just want us to sometimes be able to have fun with things, and it's nothing more than that. But there always has to be something like, and you see it in the comments when, like, you see people posting about tarps off, like, oh, I wonder if any women will get involved. Like, all right, you don't have to be a creep, man. But then that leads to the next layer, which is, why can't women be involved? Like, okay, but I don't. And it's just above my pay grade.
So you're saying, yeah, get the women involved.
If they want to be. I think is a female allowed to wear a bikini top in the bird bath section? I would assume so. I mean, I try to do it as appropriately as possible, but then you get to the there are places where, like, women have challenged the law about whether or not they should be allowed to be topless at a beach. Well, men are allowed to be topless. Why are we not allowed to be topless? Again, is that something worth fighting for? To someone, it is, just because it represents equality. And they're right. They have a point. I can't lie about that. They have a point. I don't want it. I don't want my sons to be staring at breasts all day if we're at the beach, but
So then is it just coming around? It's on you then, I guess?
yeah,
You remove them?
It kind of is, right? Like that sometimes we got to be parents. I don't know, man. It is a complicated conversation that can't be diluted down to this. But they're not wrong. It's a small group of people that have said we think women should have the right to take their shirts off too. Like, that if I was, the 20-year-old radio brock, I think they should have the right to take their top off too. Like, I'm not going to do that bit. From a legal standpoint, they probably have a point. There is probably an equality conversation in there somewhere. Like, it's why even a lot of, like, conservatives and people that don't agree with, like, gay lifestyle, I remember famously, like, Bill O'Reilly and Megyn Kelly doing a show where, like, well, you know what? The law really seems to be on the side of the homosexuals. Yes, it does. You're right, because it's an equality issue. We can't say you can't do this. So when I talk about it, I'm going to get there. I'm going to say, yeah, they probably have a point, but I wish we didn't. I wish we could just enjoy this. Just do tarps off. Like, have fun. And
Should
not
we do a
make
tarps off show? Is that
if this continues, right? Like, a lot of people are
if
clowning.
the Orioles are, you mean if the Orioles are back, or like if tarps off?
Correct. No. If the Orioles are back. If the Orioles are bad, we're not doing that. If the Orioles are back and tarps off continues at Orioles games. Brian Baker admitted the Rays players loved it last week in Tampa because you get fans that are fired up and more energetic and into it and creates a greater atmosphere. Whatever you're doing, wearing cow costumes. If Colton Cowser keeps hitting home runs, let's go back to that. Let's do all. I tried to create a Burns unit, and I got clowned for it. And then people say, you don't like fun. What do you mean I don't like fun? I wanted to go dressed in scrubs to a baseball game. Hate you. That's going to come up. Reading Glenn later today. We're going to talk about it.
Did you ever do it? You had to do it, though.
No, because everyone made fun of me.
Oh, so now you care what people think.
I'm also exhausted and old. I have 2 kids and 70 jobs.
Bring them with you.
They probably would have loved it.
Yeah.
It would just been us. We would have been the Burns.
Maybe it would have caught on, though, because you get 2 little boys.
You know how quickly my kids would be in that tarps off section? Oh, my God. They'd be in there.
They would start it, right?
And frankly, at the September 6th game last year, they were doing tarps off. I did. In fact, this is a straight shoot. When Navy was down, we went to the Navy BU semifinal game this year. When Navy was down, I was joking about with my son. I'm like, you got to do something to get everybody fired up.
He's like,
100%.
I got it.
100%. Coming out of a timeout, he hopped up. He took off
Finally.
his shirt. He spun around. Everybody around him was like, yeah. Like, made some noise over it. They would do it in a heartbeat. They'd be in. Anything that we didn't cover?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Let's
get a
get it
tidbit.
all.
Tidbit is brought to you today by the Stan the Fan Variety Hour. If you missed Stan, Ross, and Luke talking about whether or not the Orioles are back, they did that yesterday. Facebook.com/PressBoxSports. If you missed it, you can see it YouTube.com/PressBoxOnline or PressBoxOnline.com/video. It's, as always, brought to you by Warnken Law, as well as the Costas Inn with 2 great locations, the OG in Dundalk, the new one in Timonium.
Let's see. Where do I want to go here? We're doing. Oh, okay. Your boy Murakami homered again last night.
He did. What they're calling him, the Southside Samurai?
Is that what they're saying?
I think I've heard that.
That checks out though.
As long as he's on board with it, because I know that
he seems like a pretty down to earth, pretty cool guy.
I don't want to be like, no, that's racist. Then it's not fun anymore.
Murataka Murakami, 19th home run. His 19th home run, obviously, in his MLB career. So 19 home runs through 54 career games, tied for the 4th most home runs. Only 3 guys have hit more home runs in their first 54 career games.
I can't believe it's that many.
2 of them, yeah.
2 of them.
2 of them in the last 10 years, so you should be able to get those.
2 of them in the last 10 years. Mm-hmm. Aaron Judge? He wasn't really, right?
Yeah.
Last 10 years. How about... Because Stanton's got to be longer than 10 years, right?
Not Stanton. Yeah, it would be over 10 years. This was 11 or 12? 11 was his rookie? No. I don't know. Yeah, Stanton's been around forever.
Trout?
No.
Okay. Should be able to get these guys. Schwarber?
No. Not even naming guys who have 19 tied with him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're just way off.
Yeah,
just bad guesses.
Just way off. Yeah, how dare I pick the guys that hit the home runs, right? Like, isn't that stupid? This could take a while. Freddie Freeman? I don't think he's still in this. I don't know if he's still in 10 years. That's the other part of this. Who else is Bryce Harper goes longer than 10 years. Manny Machado goes longer than 10 years. Arenado goes longer than 10 years.
Correct. Like, as in, they go further back and also not on the list.
God.
I'm trying to, without giving it away.
Jordan Alvarez?
Not Jordan Alvarez. He did reach 19, though,
okay.
in his first 54 games.
Yeah. Bobby Witt's not really like, no.
I guess they're 2017 Rookie of the Year in the National League.
In the National League.
He probably was in the MVP running that year.
It's not ringing a bell.
He won the National League MVP in 2019 after winning Rookie of the Year in 2017.
2019.
And he is now in the American League.
Now in the American League. Man. Now in the American League. Bellinger?
Cody Bellinger, 22. He has the record, 22 home runs. I mean, I say record.
It was
obscure.
arbitrary
54,
number.
Yeah,
Yes,
through
54 games. Right.
But yeah, Bellinger, 22.
I don't remember him hitting that many home runs. But I'm sure it happened.
The other guy in 2016, he is a catcher, and he did do some catching for the Orioles last year.
Oh, Gary Sanchez.
Gary Sanchez,
Yeah, I got
20 home runs.
no recollection of. I mean, he was a home run hitter. We definitely know he was. I don't know what happened there.
One other guy with 20 home runs through his first 54 career MLB games.
Barry Bonds.
Played for
No,
the Boston Braves in 1930.
I don't know why I didn't get this.
Yeah.
I'm
surprised he didn't come up with.
That's of course the great.
The great. Yes. Yeah.
I got nothing.
Yeah. Braves Hall of Famer Wally Burger.
Oh, Wally Burger.
Yeah, Wally Burger. Other guys who have reached 19 through their first 54. You named Yordan Alvarez, Pete Alonso had 19 home runs.
All right.
Reese Hoskins, Jose Abreu, and Mark McGuire.
Oh, he hit some home runs.
There you go.
Well, that was ugly.
It was.
That was just downright ugly.
Do you want to try to do that 1985 lineup then?
Oh, Christ.
Think you'd do better there?
I'd be better than that because I didn't get any on the.
Well, you got. Yeah,
without help.
Yeah.
All right. 1985. Christ. Cal Ripken.
Cal Ripken.
He didn't lead off, but
he
he
was
definitely
not leading
in the
off,
lineup.
but yeah, he was in the lineup.
And he was playing short at that point.
He was.
He was batting third.
He was. This is, of course, the last time the Orioles went back-to-back days with walk-off home runs. Or the same player, sorry.
And who was it? Oh, yeah.
Go ahead. You tell me.
Eddie Murray.
No, it was not Eddie Murray.
But was he in the lineup?
He was in the lineup.
He was first base.
Yes.
And he was fourth.
He was.
So that means it was... Oh, it was Fred Lynn. I remember it was Fred Lynn because we talked about it. And Fred Lynn would have been in center.
He was.
And batting third. No, he wasn't batting third because Cal was batting third. Fifth.
Yes. Yep. Cal, Eddie, Lynn, 3 through 5.
All right. How about Dempsey?
Dempsey was not.
Damn.
Was not in the lineup today. Did not play. This was in the 80s. They were the same 9 guys played the entire game. There was no. Also, the pitcher went complete game as well for a full 9 innings for the Orioles pitcher.
Rich Dower?
Yes. Sorry. Well, yeah. Sorry, yeah. Rich Dower. He is in the lineup.
Rich Dower, second base?
Yes, he was.
And batting second?
Nope.
Seventh?
Nope.
Eighth?
Way down. Ninth. Yep.
Remember, I was 2 years old at this point, so I don't have actual memories of this. I'm just trying to piece it together from other Orioles teams that were relevant.
You're doing a good job.
Was that Floyd Rayford?
It was not.
Okay.
This guy, I don't really know. Maybe you'll tell me. How do you not know who that is? But I've never heard
Len
of this guy.
Cicada?
It's not Len Cicada.
Boy, this could get ugly in a hurry.
Let's see. He played for Oakland for like 8 years before having 2 years in Baltimore.
It's not ringing a bell. Who is it?
Third. He played third. He was a 9th round draft pick in the 1973.
Now,
draft.
if you say that,
yeah,
I've got it.
Out of Cal Poly.
Out of Cal Poly.
Yeah, Wayne Gross.
I I don't really have a lot of memories.
He
of
was
him.
batting second.
Okay.
And playing third.
Well, that was
He was OPSing 841 at this point in the season.
Say that venture was gross. Alan Wiggins?
No.
Okay. Boy. Who are the other outfielders?
You need your
Larry Sheets. Larry Sheets.
Yeah, he was not in the outfield.
Damn it!
But
he was
he was in the lineup. Yeah, he was designated hitting.
He was batting sixth.
He was OPSing 1 dot. Yes, he was. Over 1,000 at this point in the season for Larry Sheets.
I don't know. I don't know.
You've got
Lowenstein.
No.
Okay.
When was his last year?
Was Rennick? I think Lowenstein was still on the team, but Rennick wasn't,
Not
right?
Rennick.
Rennick wasn't still on the team at that point. No, maybe he was still on the team in 80. He might have still been on the team in 85.
Neither of them were in the lineup today.
Mike Young.
Mike Young was in.
Stan always tells his Mike Young story. Mike Young was in left.
He was.
Okay. He was batting seventh.
He was, yes. Right after Larry Sheets.
Was that Disco Dan Ford?
No Dan Ford. He was
Tito Landrum definitely wasn't still on the team at that
right
point.
fielder was leading off.
Lee Lacy?
No.
All right, I might not. T-Bone Shelby?
No.
I got
Played
nothing.
for a lot of teams. Started in St. Louis in the 70s. Played for Montreal, San Francisco, Boston, and then he played. But then his home was Baltimore. He played.
You say his home.
Well, like he played 6 years in Baltimore.
Played 6 years in Baltimore.
From 81 through 87 or 88. He was traded in 88.
So he was on the 83 team. Is that Jim Dwyer?
It was Jim Dwyer.
Jim Dwyer was the leadoff hitter. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So we're missing the catcher.
The catcher.
And the starting pitcher.
I mean, if it's not Dempsey, I'm not getting the catcher.
All right, Joe Nolan.
Yeah, I was not getting Joe Nolan.
Nolan
was not. I wasn't coming up with
batting
that.
eighth. Last time the Orioles went back-to-back games or back-to-back date. Yeah,
the pitcher was McGregor.
No.
Was Boddicker.
There you go. Okay. Boddicker went 9 innings, allowed 2 runs. Did give up 9 hits and walked 4, but he struck out 8 and of course got the win. Held the Twins to 2 runs.
Maybe we share that one today if you can find video of
Boddicker or of Lynn.
Of Fred Lynn hitting home
There's some
runs.
context to that though, because I guess you're right.
Yeah.
You don't want to do the old
Oh,
guys arguing?
Yeah, but I feel like that one we have to put something. We can't just share that without context. I think if it's Orioles or Ravens, we can share it without context. I think if it's something like that, we have to give some context to it. I don't know. Just hit the thing. We'll do tubular.
Have you ever thought of taking a cruise to these wonderful destinations with sunny skies and beautiful beaches? Well, wait no longer. We're ready for you to cruise from the Cruise Maryland Terminal.
Have a little phrase that you can go from baggage to margarita in about 15 minutes.
Choose fun with an array of destinations, onboard activities, entertainment, and world-class cuisine.
Contact your travel agent and book your cruise today. Let your adventure begin.
I just saw it again. People are clowning my buddy Grant Paulson because he did a bit yesterday down in D.C. where they had a small parade because the Nationals got over 500. Here's what I would say. I'm a little surprised the Nationals are willing to be a part of it. That's kind of wild. I know that their station 106.7 is like the flagship for the Nationals, but I feel like a franchise would be like, yeah, we're not gonna do parade because you'd be worried about people clowning you. Like, you're throwing a parade over being over 500. I'm surprised the Nationals were able to get on board, but it was a neat radio bit, and I could see why they wanted to be part of something fun that brought attention to the Nationals at a time where they're obviously playing much better than people expected them to be playing. So I don't know why anybody would have
beat the Braves. Yeah.
I don't know why anybody would have a problem with it. That doesn't make any sense. It's silly radio fun. That's good. Good on you. Good on my old buddy Grant Paulson. All right, here's what's coming up totally tubular-wise this evening. The Orioles do indeed look for the sweep. Who knows? Maybe it could happen.
We should have a broom in here somewhere, right? Should I go get it?
Oh, you think we have one?
Oh, we have to, right?
No, we get it tomorrow if they do it. Okay. We don't do that for this. We get it tomorrow. We were talking about it yesterday. Why was it TBA? Well, apparently they wanted to start Trey Gibson today and not tomorrow. And is that like Griffin and I were talking
I like
about
your
it.
conspiracy theory.
Is
yeah.
it because
if
they had
this-
already clinched a series win, so they're going to start Gibson tonight saying, hey, this one maybe isn't quite as important? I don't like that thought because like every baseball game is one baseball game that counts towards the end of the year, and the difference between a sweep and winning 2 out of 3 could end up being the difference in you missing the playoffs at the end of the year. But I get it. They were going to need to start Trey Gibson at some point this week because of the doubleheader on Sunday. They were going to need a starting pitcher tomorrow. They could have started Bassett tonight. They decided to start Gibson tonight, and so Bassett, I presume, will go tomorrow. Just the why is the only interesting part to me.
And I guess you could argue like they could say, well, Baz, we didn't know how well Baz was going to pitch, and he obviously saved the bullpen. They have to use NEA bullpen yesterday, so and thinking Gibson goes 4 or 5,
But like you're
hopefully
going to have
5.
to do one or the other, right? Like if Gibson doesn't give him any innings tonight, then you're going to have a weary bullpen for Chris Bassett start tomorrow. I don't know. But it's interesting that they decided to go with Gibson tonight and Bassett tomorrow, presumably. But Gibson does get the start tonight for the Orioles as they go for the sweep against Steven Matz and the Rays. 6:35, of course, on Masson for that. Hurricanes Canadiens Game 4 tonight at 8 o'clock on TNT and True TV, where you can find the French Open right now. Novak Djokovic dropping a set. Did I see Alina Rybakina got knocked out?
Jeez, really?
That is wild, man. Yeah, Rybakina Dunsky in the second round. So it's very interesting. But that's what's going on. Non-sports.
MasterChef got an episode of that. It is the season 1 finale of The Testaments on Hulu. And then, I don't know if it's going to be any good, but so in Spider-Verse, they did, obviously.
Spider Noir.
Spider
I will
Noir,
watch
yeah.
it. And apparently Nick Cage is very Nick Cage.
Of course.
In
Well,
Spider Noir.
there's only one. I mean, yeah, there's only one
I
speed
get
for
it.
Nick Cage.
But, like, he's apparently all in on, like, the gumshoe, like, now, see? Like, that type of character. So I think this has, like, a real chance of being something.
Yeah, I know. I will have to check it out. It's on Prime Video, Spider Noir, with, of course, Nick Cage voicing Ben Reilly as a 1930s.
So it's not live action.
black
It is
and-
animated.
Yeah, it's
It
animated.
is like okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, so it looks compelling. Brendan Gleeson does a voice in it. So yeah, looks interesting.
The issue here is I think my kids, because we watched the Spider-Verse movie together, I think my kids will want to watch this, and finding time that we can watch it together will be basically impossible. So I might just have to say, F them kids. Like my friend Rita always says.
Hell, yeah.
Yeah. Sorry.
I'm trying to think.
Love them, but
yeah, all right. Yeah. So you got weekends, right?
yeah. We got stuff.
Okay.
Got stuff.
Oh, that's right. You got your camping this weekend.
Cubs got camping this weekend. Next weekend, I got to do the Baltimore 10-miler. There's just, they just disappear from you. And then we're in Tanzania. It's it's a whole thing.
Maybe watch it. Just download it while you're in
on the plane.
Before
Watch the whole thing on the
before
plane.
you go. Just download
Maybe.
it all.
Maybe.
There you go.
All right, that's it.
That is it.
Very good. Thanks today.
Oh, you say that's it like it's not Spider Noir.
Look, I
Come
am
on.
excited about Spider Noir. Don't get me wrong. I'm excited about watching Spider Noir. Thanks to Drew Forrester. Thanks also to Matt Dunn. We'll get that up in the greatest hits section of the.
It's gonna be J-Lo and Josh Johnson on Kimmel tonight.
Josh Johnson from The Daily Show?
No, the quarterback. For
The quarterback.
I think that Josh Johnson. Yeah.
I would go to the quarterback tour, not the.
Oh no, he's a comedian apparently.
Yeah, Josh Johnson's he's a comedian on The Daily Show.
Oh, sorry. I was thinking for some reason I was thinking like Good Morning or something American.
No,
or something
he's
like
on The Daily Show. He's very funny. I like Josh Johnson.
Yeah, that Josh Johnson.
All right.
Maybe the quarterback. I don't know. I'm not sure. Maybe it is the quarterback.
Maybe. Tab at GlennClarkRadio.com. Tomorrow on the program, scheduled to be joined by a Baltimore Raven.
Yes.
Scheduled to be joined by Mark Sweeney
Mark
after
Sweeney.
he calls Orioles. Because tonight's game is also on FS1 in the rest of the country. So he's calling it for FS1 and doing a trip to Bowie,
Yes,
right?
correct. Chesapeake Bay Sox.
Very good. That's all coming up on the program tomorrow. Thanks to everybody at PressBox, all of our great sponsors and partners, including the Baltimore Orioles, Costas Inn, your Baltimore area High's Dairy Stores, Leading Edge Auto Body, Warnken Law, 1-800-GAMBLER, HelpMyGamblingProblem.org, Cruise Maryland, CountySports.zone, your local Toyota dealer, buyatoyota.com. Thanks to Griffin.
I guess we should have reached it. Josh Johnson is at Magoobies this weekend.
I mean, sure.
Guess we should have done.
Maybe see if he wants to come by our live broadcast on Friday. Who knows? It might be something he's up for. I don't know what we're going to talk about. We could talk about his career as a quarterback. There's got to be
That's-
content that we could do with that, right?
Josh Johnson and Josh Johnson.
Yeah, right. There's got to be a way for us to do something with that. All right. Thanks to Griffin at Griffin_Bass. Follow us Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at Glenn Clark Radio. Have a great Wednesday evening. Go Birds. Duke sucks.